right, this is Praetoria session 4, I believe.
Yes, it is. It is technically 4 because we had the 2-part. So
I'm waving my hands in the air.
Brandon, how did you spell your name again? Your character's name?
H. Big H, little H, E-M-B-R.
Yeah,
like
how would you
Big H, little H. What? Because I totally don't know how to spell it.
Capital H, then a lowercase h, E-M-B.
Oh, it's Hembrig. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hembrig.
Hembrig!
It's Hembrig.
It's a Hembrig.
And yours is Draco
Malfoy.
No.
That's what I thought. I was like, I can't not say Malfoy. I'm trying.
It's Draco Banamore.
Was that
Sorry, I
his
failed my
middle
password.
name?
We got Draco,
What?
It's his last name.
Hembrig.
Well, technically it's a title, but
Malfoy's his
What are you,
name
Angst?
then.
Angst? I'm talking to the thing.
You asked Angst. What? Angst is Draco.
What are you, Angst?
Angst is Draco.
Yeah.
yes.
But
Oh, him?
No, yeah, him.
Oh.
You're just Edge. He's Angst.
Edge and Angst are the same.
Are you sure though? Because he's just like, I don't care about anything. what?
Nathaniel's character still does not make any sense to me
Okay, cool.
at this point in the game. He's like, just trying to put food on the table, but there's already plenty of food on the table, so I'm just kind of fucking around.
I'm pretty sure that I understood Vindir 2 sessions ago. So by all means, it might take a little bit longer than
Oh, I didn't know the scholarly side of Vendir until a session ago.
You didn't have a reason to.
I know. I thought you were just like an adrenaline junkie fisherman.
That's exactly what I portrayed him as. Eingamar.
Eingamar.
You sound like a fort they had to hold in Lord of the Rings.
He's another main character from Harry Potter.
Do you remember the Battle of Eingamar?
Oh, that's not even a 4th character. That's just a crappy battle.
All right. Welcome back to the Isles of Praetoria. We join our adventurers, the survivors of the attack on Buckingdale.
Sorry.
A battle which robbed you of your memories. In pursuit of answers, you left and followed the footsteps of the assailants.
More like fucking tail, am I right, guys?
So delayed.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Draco's alive today. I love it. Okay. After you followed from such and such Dale, unfortunately, you found a little bit of frustration. You followed them to an ancient watchtower, an ancient burial ground, interesting devices atop for observation of the giants. It's just a gift. It's nothing. Don't worry, nothing happened at coffee. I got engaged at coffee. It's the dinosaur ring for the podcast listeners. So, you only unfortunately found more questions there. This relic that was missing, a body that was way out of place from where it was supposed to be.
In that glacier, right?
I'm not ChatGPT, so I'm gonna need you to let me type out the answer first. Then you can ask questions. Okay? then you can ask.
Stop generating.
We're not gonna stop generating. A bunch of answers. So with a little bit of frustration, you pivoted and you decided that you would go and search for maybe some answers at Seigenheimers Steeple, a village at the base of one of the great giant thrones that dot the Isles themselves. On your way, you found a couple things of interest. First of which, some kind of old stone monument and a family with a farm. But when you went to investigate, the family asked if you wished to see the man with an interesting form of eyesight. Someone who could look in and apparently some magical form of further true sight. Upon looking at you, he said that you your party was touched by words of power. He said he didn't have a way to cure it, and he couldn't help you, but it was fixable. This block in your mind from magic. And after a little bit of tense dialogue with the individual, as he was a war-torn dragonborn who seemingly had cut his ties from both the Vostok Empire or the war itself, but there's no way to know. From there, you marched onward, and after days of travel, about a day to a day and a half before you reached the city, a band approached you. A band of Jotun hunters who rode up to you with great, large horses with the declaration that they were hunting an ancient frost salamander that had come down from the east. Whether mix of emotions, the pure adrenaline, or the intrigue, you joined the hunt and quickly were given either horses or mounted horses with an individual. Ingmar was given a horse seemingly out of some tribal respect. Rust was given one clearly out of necessity due to his weight, but you two were paired up with seeming lighter riders.
Wait, so we're riding bitch on these things?
You two are. So,
Hold on tight.
it looks as though it is beginning.
You're like right in his ass crack.
Yeah, like you was
Okay. No.
Sorry.
It is beginning to get nighttime. The sun is setting. It looks to be like there's maybe storm and fog rolling around the corner, but this is where we rejoin the group as the thunder of hooves. You are not riding behind a rider. You are actually riding in front. But there is this moment, Hemberg, where as you're riding, you pass the adrenaline and the shock of the scenario is kind of subsiding. You kind of realize the position that you're in. And there's just that little bit of the memories that come back of, it's a little unnerving that you're riding with Jotun hunters that could be raiders.
Oh.
You have a lot of experience, and with
Sitting guts to butts for the Jotun.
never heard a phrase like that, but okay. So, I just got it. I hate that.
What? I didn't get it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So you look up at the individual, and your experience with Jotun, the majority of them, the vast majority, are Goliath. But it is interesting. You do look up, and you are actually riding with this ponytail, multi-braided, with long, greasy, thin, blonde hair of a man that is kind of just riding with this helm that doesn't cover the lower half of his face. All of y'all are riding, led by the chief, or chief. You didn't necessarily know he was the one who interacted with you, and you take a look at his again at this he's a bit of a unique individual. As you're riding, you get to see that he's wearing a shirt that's kind of like a cut down the middle, like a vest. But the shirt, the more you look at it and the more you hear a clicking and a clacking, it's not made of fabric. It's made of teeth, of like beast teeth, different types, all sorts of sizes and ranks. It's this raiment of teeth. And upon his head is this, it's a helm of a skull, but of a jackal's skull, with the top half of the jaw extending from the forehead, the lower half extending from the chin, which kind of curl back into the pelt that hangs down his side. But kind of riding for a bit. You're not going the exact opposite direction you came from. Unfortunately, this is leading you away from the city that you were going to. But fuck it, it is adventure. So you ride for hours, pretty much about 2 hours before the sun pretty much starts to begin to set.
Oh, bro, bring a talent powder.
before, as the sun is setting in the horizon, and you see, I'll have actually everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm riding with the
Your dice?
like I am on the.
You're not riding with the chief.
Oh,
the chief is a Goliath man.
Oh.
The chief is Goliath, but it's a bit interesting to look up and see that you're not all the Jotun are Goliath.
Okay. I got an 18.
21.
Okay.
16.
So
I don't know where the minis are.
there is. Oh, the minis are right here.
Where the dice tray is.
There's two. I don't know where the other two went. So, and there's also 2 cups. You can just roll on the table though with the non-metal ones. So, what'd you roll?
16.
16. You say you got an 18, Matthew.
Yes.
Pierce, you haven't rolled yet, and
21.
21.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
That would be 15.
15. So, Rust and Ingmar, you two see this as you're kind of riding. The sun is setting and it's turning a very deep orange. And you look and you're kind of cresting over a hill, and you see 2, almost like 2 sides of a valley. One of them is this more rocked and jagged that looks like it's a carved canyon that kind of curves around the right for a while. And then towards the left from your perspective is, you can't see it, it's obscured by this thick fog that's rolling in. But on the distance, you don't quite see this, you do, with the 21. You see 2 things. One, the party leader of the Jotun has raised his hand in the stopping, and you can see about 100 yards out, kind of cresting towards y'all's hill, is 2 more riders. But the main thing of interest to you that catches your attention is you look on the horizon, and even though you can see the sun setting, it's like it's setting over a wall of black, like clouds. But those look slightly odd. I'll have you roll a nature check, please.
Where'd that come from?
Oh,
It was just that way.
I don't know where the dice trays went.
I thought you had him, so if you don't worry about it.
No.
That'd be a 17.
17. It takes you a minute, but you think you've heard about this, and you're kind of you've heard about this. You don't have all of your memories, but you do remember you've never been to this specific spot before. That is the tip of what's called the Chaos Reach Forest. The Chaos Reach Forest is known infamously for being a very potent site of the collision, which brought all of the different nations and worlds together. And you have heard that the southern part, you've never heard exact details, but you have heard rumors that it is a forest ever consumed in fire. This is on the horizon. It's not immediately to you. It's just you can see what now you deem to be smoke, a wall of smoke that the sun is setting behind in the distance.
It's gotta be terrible to see.
Can I
Yes.
speak to the guy that I'm like riding with? I'm like, hunting an ice salamander. That's so exciting. Only an ice salamander, right? Nothing else. Like
You see the guy kind of like.
innocent women, children? No, nothing else like that, right? Just a salamander, right?
He kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder. Would you call yourself innocent?
Oh! No, not really, but
Sit tight, little man. Enjoy the time while you have.
okay, all right.
Can I like see like what his vibe is like?
Roll an insight check.
Can I see what his vibe right before he puts you back in his pocket?
I am in control here, guys.
Are you what? Are you a gnome?
Yes, I'm a
Which
gnome.
means you're like 2 feet tall.
2.5 feet tall, right?
Yeah, 2.5.
And Jotun are.
But he's a human.
Oh,
He's the human rider.
He's gotta be big.
who am I riding?
17.
It's another looks to be a Jotun figure. 17. You know the Jotun are like stereotypically simple-minded. So, but one of the ways that they can be simple-minded is to just accept something, like to accept a fate, and then to constantly just be like reveling in their acceptance of their fate. So, it's especially known amongst warriors and hunting parties. So you get the kind of vibe that he's excited about possibly dying in combat, but on a peaceful level, not on a raging level.
Okay.
On like a Sovngarde awaits.
Okay.
For a Skyrim example.
Cool. That's an interesting set of armor you've got on there. It's pretty cool.
You talking about the raiment?
Yeah.
That's on the chief. That's not on.
Oh!
That's on the chief.
Never mind.
Frick you then. So at this point,
He's like, actually,
all of y'all kind of do like your horses pretty much do with the Magnificent Seven over this like cliff edge where all of y'all kind of parallel and are alongside each other. The horses come riding up, and you see these two really like skinny, thin and lengthy Goliath figures that are kind of just riding up. Both of them, for some reason, don't have helmets, but they have this like light, just fur armament, and they're carrying spears. And they kind of, Chief, they kind of ride up and, all right, I got good news. The beast he's taken it home. He's finally stopped running. I think he got some wounds or something. He might be tending to him. And you see the chieftain figure kind of just. Very well. Alright. We can see for miles. We make camp. You all have food? Kind of looks to you all now.
Me?
You all have food? Would you like to join?
We would love to.
Chost, get another deer. I can. Kind of just. You see one of the riders kind of go off into some nearby woods, and you see all of them start to dismount. And over the next process of the next about 30 minutes, they're fairly efficient. They start making up a campsite. Campfire is made. You all have a moment of respite. I kind of formulated in the very much the kumbaya, where all of them start to gather around a bonfire, with rocks as seats that they kind of just collect from the countryside.
Are you still in the bosom?
You are not in the bosom of your warrior anymore.
just help down like a dainty lass.
Over the next bit of time, deer is brought, or at least a couple dead deer are brought, skinned, and begin to be cooked. Over, and then begins this actually very light and jaunting atmosphere that cues amongst these warriors. What are the languages y'all speak?
Common, Gnomish,
The old Yorkish.
Huh?
Common, Gnomish, and Giant.
Giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Common, giant, primordial.
Okay. So, for those of you who know Giant, they are all speaking mostly in Giant, although sometimes they start to dabble into what sounds like an offshoot of it, which you recognize as a kind of a dialect. I'll have you roll an intelligence or wisdom check, whichever.
Oh, phew, I was going to say it's intelligence.
They're just roasting like straight deer, right?
Yeah, that is
That'd be a dirty 20.
dirty 20. You recognize the dialect that they keep slipping. This is the Sardak tribe. This is part of like 3 big tribes that are in this general area. Yours, the Sardaks, and one more, which I can get the name if you want.
I would like to eat. I would just like to feast, like eat just as much as possible. load up, and I don't know how.
Roll a Constitution check.
Okay, cool. I'm 375 pounds and I'm 6'4", so this should be kind of interesting. Come on.
Shaquille O'Neal. Big Salad.
Yeah. Okay, it works. Is it a saving throw or just a check?
Check.
Okay, yeah, 15.
15. You start like just going to absolute town, and there's moments of chatter.
Just a leg.
There's a moment where you realize the conversation has kind of died down, and you hear some giggling, and then you kind of hear some muttering in a language you don't understand, and then they're kind of laughing amongst themselves, and you see one kick one of the smaller scouts. One of the big one, you see this really big looking Goliath. He's got almost these like he's got these like tattooed like beast teeth going around his mouth. And is like pretty much just shirtless. You see countless scars, these very large muscular muscles. You hear something along the lines of Gorsta Imodushu Kushrish. And you hear
am I holding a leg or like?
Yeah, you're holding a leg.
So I'm gonna just like twist it out so it like kind of is like 6 inches in front of his chin, and I'm not trying to be like hostile or anything. I'm just.
You see all of them. They all start dying of laughing, and you see the small one be like, in Orcish, he says, if you eat like that, he'd like to see the women.
I thought he was gonna say, I'm vegetarian.
Real quick,
You gotta go up to it.
Face if you have for orcs, if you have teeth tattooed around your mouth. It's like never mind.
All right, so he kind of goes up. He kind of goes up to you and like tries to grab it and tries to break off part of the bone, but like it doesn't quite get there. But you hear like some tendon snap, and he kind of like pulls off a piece. He was going for more, but he's trying to play it off where he's trying to rip off the whole thing. He didn't do quite well.
All right. Okay. Orcs have tusks, right?
Unless you file.
So like, okay, can I just try and bite the bone off? Like, can I just try and bite it?
Sure, make a strength check.
Just so you know, we're a few days ride from the nearest dental surgeon. It might be
I'm trying. I really want to do good at this.
Don't worry about it.
Hold on. Do I have anything?
my Novocaine at home, so.
Well, you're supposed to bring that.
Okay.
You see, also at this point, they start passing around this.
I'm gonna do this
It's like a
unceremoniously. I want to do this unceremoniously, just so it looks like I'm chewing on the bone if nothing happens.
Okay.
Natural one.
Your teeth. You like go for it, but then you didn't quite realize you hadn't got to like the base of the leg, so it's like you're trying to bite the stem of the chicken leg, so your mouth's like.
I look like the German Shepherd.
And you pull it off, and you realize it's one of those unchewable like ball joint type things. You're like,
No. I spit it in every direction. What the hell? It's just like this massive piece of plastic.
it's just like. Which you also notice at this moment, Edgamar, you notice there's two other warriors kind of next to you, kind of behind you, and they're kind of giggling, but a very. When I say a manly giggle, it's like a chuckle. They're like, and then you look over and you see one of them has taken their like some berries and smushed them in his hand, and he started putting it around his eyes. And in Sardak he says, "What's this?" And kind of just stands up, and you see him grab this like branch that is curved. It's just a. And says in Giant, "I am Mughis." And all of them start laughing as he's like dancing over the fire. My champion! And they all start laughing and going along with it.
I would like to poutily walk away.
He poutily walks away, and you hear someone go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." Just like Jabba. Just like Jabba the Hutt.
Is the
people from Java.
is the chief around, or is he?
He's just sitting at the fire. He's a little bit more stoic, but it's very interesting. He has a very guess you could say, aggressive face. Well, aggressive resting face. He's very sharp features, like not unnaturally so, but just a very pointed, focused features. And he's kind of just looking into the fire with a slight grin on his eye.
Can I approach the chief? I'd like to approach him and say, in Giant, so, where did your hunt begin?
And kind of look up, and you can notice at this point that there's a scar along his face, but it's like curved along his cheek, and you see that the more you look at it, like the skin under his eyes dripping a little bit, and like the right side of his mouth is sagging a little bit, to where it's like cut the nerve that goes along his face. And he's like, well, we came up from the northeast. We tracked it for about 4 days. 4 days it came from the east, over towards the... We've been tracking it since north of the Ember Peak. Lucky enough, our tribe didn't actually have a bit of a run-in with it. We just kind of heard some of the sorrow that was in its wake.
Your clan, they live around here, correct?
We are Jotun. We do not live anywhere but here, in the Isles. Wherever we go is our home. In fact, we've been traveling for 4 days. And you see him just kind of like grasp at his face, even though there is no facial hair. The tribe should only be 2 days behind us. You are a strange lot, though.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Can I kind of like, am I anywhere near them?
Yeah, do we hear
It's all, I mean, if they're talking a little bit quiet, so if you want to roll a perception check to see if you hear it, I'll say, actually, no, you can mostly hear it because the moment he starts speaking, all the other ones die down.
Are they all listening to this conversation?
Silent.
Okay.
I am Goragon, third son of the chief of the Sardan tribe, and leader of this hunting party.
How far out is winter in days?
Today is the 64th day of Frost, which is fall, so in another
it's getting close.
26 days.
Okay. And like, does the land become intraversable? I think I've asked this before, but is it like intraversable when the winter happens?
It depends on that. It depends on where you. That depends on where you are and what kind of storms hit. If you can take the cold, it's traversable terrain-wise. Except like if it's blizzards or cold storms, the whole land
What if you have
is.
2 tennis rackets on your feet?
You could probably move pretty quickly. It's not. It doesn't make the land intraversable, especially you're fairly south.
Okay.
So it's bad. It's not.
Unlivable.
It's not. You walk outside, you have a 1 in 3 chance of immediately getting lost and disoriented and dying of frostbite. Now that does happen in the biting tundra, which is very much north of where you are.
Right, but that's not the current stomping grounds that we're in.
No, you are pretty much south of the plains of Tenrath.
Are we here-ish?
Yeah, more towards the mountain. More towards the mountain. No, more towards right there.
Really, do they look like they're wearing armor of like,
Some?
Like, but is it like nice armor? Are they wearing just hides? Do they carry meta weapons? Like,
Roll an insight check.
could I make that like smithing since I have proficiency with that?
I'll say sure.
Okay. Okay. 18.
18. You look. There's no make to the weapons. You look over. You've seen that sword in the hands of that's just a basic sword. You see another one that's a spear. But you see another one that's a Giri Vostok spear. And you look around. It's collections,
Okay.
which means they probably took them. Because Jotun are a raiding, hunting, nomadic people.
Well, I will only ask this question once and then I will ask a question which all of us should answer. Are you in any way capable?
Of course.
I can see historical scars. But the rest of you, just know I am a violent man. But I will at least have the decency to say that if you do not feel you have any semblance of doubt in this, I would probably end up using you as bait and as food for it, as that is how it usually turns out.
I'm a hunter and a tracker.
You should do well, especially in regards to where we're going.
I've been meaning to ask, how big are one of these?
Can I speak your language?
You speak Orcish?
This one's an ancient salamander.
No.
It's ancient, so in these lands, the older things get, the bigger they get. There's no way to know. Our best guess is to have all seen the villages that are destroyed.
He won.
60 feet long, maybe.
If you fight, okay, that's helpful.
But mind you, it's a salamander. It means that boy's not long. He's real chunky.
I'm sure that we can handle whatever it throws at us.
Hopefully it doesn't throw us. Very well.
Kind of takes a stick from the fire and throws a whole circle.
I've been down this path. I've walked these hills. We have two ways to go forward. Through the mist or through the mountain range. Chorst, the scout, says he's nested at the very base of the Chaos Reach forest. Those boys, they love heat, even though they're icy as the devil. They'll go and consume any form.
Reptiles, all the same.
I don't know what that means. Next thing you know, you're gonna say fish or animals or something.
Well, actually,
In this world, they are.
So well,
what is the world of sex and science?
What started this hunt? What started the hunt on this specific thing? We're just like, oh, that thing's killing a bunch of things. We're gonna go get it, kill it.
You see like a couple of the other ones kind of like chuckle.
Is there like anything personal, like a personal vendetta?
A couple of the other Jotun kind of chuckle, and then he kind of just sits back and just kind of like pulls his shirt and just shows all of the teeth that are just hanging from the shirt.
like I said, I'm a violent man. This is the best way my father has found use for my violent temperament.
Who's your father?
He's the chief of the Sawdot tribe.
See any familiar faces around here?
Not from their tribe, so no.
Decent.
I didn't know there was any kind of book club or anything y'all have.
I point at the stuff, the blades of your belt.
Oh. They're all right.
I take out my whetstone and I start sharpening them.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
We can either go through the mist or go through the rocky path. The rocky path will take us more time. But that mist is mist of... The mist is mist of Mordvigare.
You see all of them kind of just like lean in a little bit. Roll a religion check. All of you who understand.
What?
I'm just sharpening his blades.
Really? Come on now.
7.
12.
8.
Okay, so 12 is the highest, so you do recognize Draco. Because it was actually needed to get a 12. Mist of Morvigare is pretty much a simple way of saying... It's the superstitious way of saying there are things in the mist. Now, in most contexts of what it is said in a very superstitious, very almost spiritual sense, not necessarily tangible, as in it would be bad omens.
But there's spirits in the mist.
A lot of traditionalists would believe so. So there are a lot of there are like specific rituals you can do to counteract or to buy passage from whatever mystery lies in the mist, as Morvigare is the giant of mysteries. Whatever mystery lies, you can buy passage for certain ways. You don't remember the ways right now with the 12, but kind of that. And you see, but you also are very aware, you are also aware of this, Jotun are very superstitious people.
Could I find a way to clear the mist? Or to clear the spirits in the mist?
Not necessarily. No, it would be more of along the lines of like buying passage is how it would normally be treated for like travelers or pilgrims or such along those lines. But you see, all of them are kind of.
But if we do the mist, we will save half a day and avoid getting lost in the rocks.
I can scout ahead if we want to go through the rocks. I can go on ahead, find a clear path.
How far ahead can you go? It would be about a day's extra travel, so we would have to go a day's there and a day's back.
What am I giving you? Points
I
to
don't.
do that in your back. Oh.
I don't. He's licking his wounds, which means he may not be. We may not have that much time. But also, you boys want to go in the mist. Raise your spears if you want to go into the mist.
Yes, at his, and all of them kind of just quietly stare into the fire.
Raising my spear.
I raise it.
I would go to the sphere. I don't want to lose this one. It's almost a challenge. He thinks you can do more damage than I can. What do you say?
Did you prepare anything to get us through the mist? Rituals or anything? Or is that more with your tribe?
I'm more along the lines of there's any spirit that wants to tangle with me, I'll wrestle it to the ground.
You seem pretty confident about how to handle yourself in mist. And that's only like, what? That's not a day's journey through the mist.
We would get there in about 5 hours. Assuming nothing attacked us.
What if something were to attack us?
You would
would
save us with
Then you would kill us.
Well, yeah,
You would
but like,
save us. Or you would
Yes.
be eaten and we would leave one of us full.
are you talking about me alone in the mist?
I just, if we come across anything in that mist, we can deal with it.
I'm also game for the mist plan, but I don't know how much your men are going to go along with it.
My men will go with me, but I will not make them do something against their will necessarily. Unless someone were to persuade me here.
You're the leader. I'll follow you.
I trust you. I like your confidence.
What say you?
He says it in giant.
Do any of us speak Orcish?
He kind of stands up. He kind of stands up and kind of takes his spear and kind of just points to the mist or points to the rocks.
Do I see the mist?
You're at like the crest of a hill. Like remember when the Nazgul was looking over weather?
Yeah.
Looking over
Oh,
the
so I can
barrows?
see into the mist?
You have a very long. It's far away though. It's not. It's like
Can I just point?
no.
Mist.
That's what he's doing. He kind of takes his spear and kind of
Yeah.
points over either of them. You can see. I'll have you roll an insight check
An insight check?
to see if you can garner fully what he's asking.
Okay, I get the mist part. Oh.
Pretty much, if you go through the mist.
Okay, so I think that's like 10. No, 12.
12. He's pointing to two pathways. That's all you can.
Putting it in two pathways.
You can gain the sense that he's asking you like which way, but you don't gain any like reason as to why.
Do I know anything about the mist? Just because I do know religion.
This is not necessary. You don't know this religion necessarily. How long have you been here? Or no,
like 3 months.
3 months. I would say you're not familiar enough with the Jotun people to know that kind of depth.
And he's pointing at the mountains, and he's pointing at the...
It's not mountains, it's more of like a rocky crack. Think of it like if you were going through the Barrows versus whatever the Sam and Frodo went.
Yeah, okay. So I'll look at the rocky crags, and I'll pull out a smith hammer and a bar and point to the rocks.
I don't know what that means.
I think he'll just follow us wherever.
Gist, what does it mean? And I'll say you can translate through Gist.
Rocks are good. There's metal in rocks. It's always nice to pick up things on the way.
And it just takes it.
You go for the mist.
I vote for the mist. We're surrounded by what, like 20?
There's only about five of them, and then the chief. So, yeah.
Still though, I mean these guys are experienced warriors. The chief seems confident. It's faster. I vote the mist.
You feel like you're bothered by the mist.
I'm not too much of a superstitious man.
Maybe.
I believe like you. If a spirit shows up, we crush it and move on.
Spiritus.
Spiritus.
Of my own holy symbol.
Spiritus. Spirit.
See.
Vapor. Spiritus. Spirit.
See.
Vapor. Vapor. Spirit. Spiritus.
Vapor.
Ur. Ur. See.
Well, I was gonna do a group vote for when Pierce gets back. Do y'all advocate just as a majority? Would y'all rather go through the mist or through the rocks?
I vote for the mist.
Pierce, we're doing a poll for those who are in favor for the mist or the rocks.
Mist.
Mist.
Abstain.
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 Well, it's not like I understand exactly what's going on. So.
Okay. So 2 abstain, 2 abstains, and 2 mist, which means we go to mist.
Nice.
So he kind of.
I have no fear of spirits.
Very well. Chidia.
And he says something in Sardak that you were the only one who kind of understands it, kind of along the lines of help the men, something along those lines. But after this, you see them all get back. You see the chief not bank the fire, but spread out all of the coals, as it's not getting too cold yet. The wind is getting cooler, and it's a very damp evening. The sun is far set now. This is all at nightfall. But they all seem to kind of just like take these skins and kind of curl up inside of them. You see one of them kind of just, or two of them kind of stay up. You kind of just sit up, one back to back, one facing towards your direction, one facing from the way you came.
I'd like to go up to them real quick while everyone's just kind of.
The stairs. Those stairs ceased.
Is that speak? I assume he's speaking my language at this point, or is he just?
No, this is a different one.
Oh, yeah.
He's speaking straight Jotun dialect.
Gotcha.
Weapon.
Pull out my axe.
He hands you his spear.
Does it look dope? I imagine if they stuff
It
that,
definitely looks used.
Yeah. So this looks like heavily like.
It doesn't look like he's been taking super good care of it. No.
Yeah. Okay. So I take, because everyone's just winding down. I'll take like I guess about an hour. No, real quick, fix everyone's weapons because I'm a smith. Easy enough.
Fair enough.
Whetstone.
You get a warm welcome to the fixing. That seems to have garnered you a little bit of favor. Any of y'all doing anything else before the evening's climax?
Should I grab some arrows? Like, make more arrows?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll say roll a. What are your proficiencies in tools?
In tools?
Actually, no. You have the experience. You have the doped up background feature. So, because that was your legend system points. Just go ahead and make a dexterity check, adding your proficiency.
Dexterity check.
Adding your
Sorry, it's taking longer than. 20, not natural.
20?
Yep.
You have some fairly solid fletched arrows. Yeah.
How many arrows?
Would you say 20?
20? Okay.
Because that's a 20, and you're very good at this. This is second-hand nature. Your arrows don't need to be perfect to make the kind of thing. It'll take you a little bit more into the night, so you're kind of staying up with watch with them for a little bit. So it's not necessarily an awkward silence because it was going to be awkward anyway because they don't speak your language. These ones are they don't seem to be of any rank, and they more just speak the pure dialect of from whatever tribe they're from. So there's a little bit of a language barrier. Even if you understand Spanish, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll understand someone from Portugal as opposed to Peru. So sometimes there's a very strict dialogue state.
Can I borrow Ryan's eraser?
You can have a pencil if you want. Sure. So, all right, with that, we'll go ahead and close the night. If you didn't, go ahead and take a long rest. I don't remember if we had taken a long rest before the last fight with the trolls, but I believe so you did.
Back up spells.
Very early in the morning, you all wake up roughly around the same time to the same sound. You hear, and you look and you see all of the warriors are kind of just standing up, and they're kind of just standing very solemnly, and you see the one whose address seems to be seen. For those of you who understand Giant, it is a battle preparation hymn that kind of is just up there, kind of just chanting solemnly, and it is specifically addressed to Erois, which is the giant of victory, or one of the giants of victory.
Can I go over and join?
You don't know the words, but you can kind of stand there.
No, dog.
Middle Eastern real quick.
The dude.
Music.
So you can hum along and you can catch up on it's with normal with battle songs like that. They're very repetitive, so it's very course pattern. So, but after that, you see them kind of get ready, mount up their horses. Actually, no, they don't. They actually take their horses by the reins and they begin walking with Gorogon, the chief's son, up in front, and they kind of just begin walking towards the mist. So,
All right.
perfect. As you all do this, I will have just, and for anyone who wants to, please make perception checks. All of you all.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, fudge. Sorry. It's so hard to have like one dice here. Hold on.
I was just putting them in this.
9 plus 5 is 14. Yes.
Natural 20.
Wait, you got a natural 20?
Yeah.
There you
Wait, we
go.
both got natural 20s.
Yo!
You're a wisdom.
I percept everything!
Only.
I guess perceive would
Mine was only 21. I think you're gonna be higher than me. I'm only 21.
You're both wisdom based, but you're spellcasting.
Nope.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm
Perception.
Oh, that's right. Paladin is a charisma. Remember.
Perception. Yeah, that would be,
Starting off with the fact that you.
that would be a dirty 24.
Okay, 24. All right, so it only takes about 45 minutes, especially as the mist is heaviest in the morning, and you notice now like light gray clouds have rolled over the sky. There's a small, ever so faint breeze, but the breeze, it's moving the mist, but not in a way that's going to make it dissipate anytime soon. So you all begin to make the journey closer to the front, and it's not long before you. There's almost this like cloud that like comes, and there's this moment where you all kind of just walk slowly into the fog. As soon as you enter the fog, the first thing you notice is, one, it's colder. Not deepening in your soul unnervingly so. Unless you're a superstitious person, then I would say yes, it does. But it's just cooler, it's fresh. Also, your visibility is now vastly reduced. You can only see about 60 feet in front of you at a given time. And there's enough landmarks, and you see the kind of some of the trackers, and with your help as well, it's not too hard to actually not like go in circles and get lost in the midst. But let's do a perception check for Gorgon, but not 2 natural 20s. So you two, about two hours into this, you hear a noise. Clashing metal.
Great. Wait. Are we at the front, right?
Yeah, you're all kind of just walking in a mass. It's no marching order.
Okay, so we hear like a clink of metal.
Both of you two kind of like hear that and catch.
Well, I would like to just kind of gently like pull off my amulet, hang it in front of me, and cast Divine Sense, which.
Fae, fiends, celestials, undead, if I remember correctly.
Yes, within 60 feet.
Within your vision, take a deep breath in. The only thing you smell is, as a positive, even though the mist is very ominous and it's making your clothes damp, which sucks in the cold, it smells actually nice. Not in a weird way, but in a very refreshing, it's morning mist in like Northern Europe. So you do not sense anything.
Okay.
Do I recognize?
You don't hear this.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, that does.
Roll an intelligence check, you two.
This is not good.
Ooh.
Minus 18.
16.
Okay, both of you succeed. It's a 15 DC. That was a sword against a sword, or a sword against some other weapon.
Oh, I would know that feeling. I'd like to just.
The chief and the rest of them don't seem to have noticed you.
I
keep walking.
I stop them.
You kind of like go up and you kind of grab his shoulder. He kind of looks at you angrily for a second, but then confused.
Like with the axe. How long does it take to light a torch, technically?
An action, 6 seconds.
Yeah, I lighted the torch. I was just shucking.
You can see for 60 feet, though.
Yeah. How
You
far
throw
can I
it
throw
further
the torch?
than...
Can I throw it further than 60 feet?
He's built like a wide receiver. So.
Sure, I'll have you roll a athletics check.
Come on, buddy. You can do it. Yeah! 20...
Yeah!
27.
27. Okay, so knowing this, you kind of, especially, you kind of take the torch, you unwrap a couple of the raggy cloths a little bit, and then you wrap it again towards the front to give it that leverage.
Yeah.
And then you just light it, and just, like, you just give it a very good toss. And you
Light it where I heard it.
And you don't see it land. It goes for about a few seconds, like in the air past where you would see, and disappears in the mist. And you see after a moment, kind of quiet, you see the chief cock his ear.
Those were the shot.
Do I hear it hit the ground?
I'll say yes, but you can hear it hit a thud. It's a very light thud. It sounds like it didn't sound like it disappeared. It just, you threw it far enough to where it exceeded your vision.
Okay.
You see him, and then you see him kind of just quietly, and then all of y'all can now, after pointing this out, you can only hear this, and as you keep walking, it gets louder.
Is it like coming from a direction, or just around us?
No, it's coming from direction. At which point, you two, keeping your perceptions, you see two things. Or you see something where you're kind of just walking in the midst, and then you see about, like it was towards the edge of the ring, about 30 feet, you see a figure slouched over. Just kind of standing up, slouched over.
No, that's not good.
You can't see details of the figure yet, but you can see it's about 30 feet from you.
Because he's the one who sees it, right?
He's the one who sees this at this point.
Oh no.
How big is it?
Looks like a normal humanoid figure. At which point you also see, because 2 natural 20s, give it to both, you can look, and a little bit in the distance, you see like in a little bit of a hill rise, you see a figure kind of laying against the side of the hill, motionless. You can't, it's just past the fog points where you can't see details of it, but you see this figure just kind of like slouched against a hill.
Okay, but they're not undead.
I start to move.
You haven't done Divine Sense within 60. You've now moved forward. I'll say you moved forward, so.
Well. Yeah, they're undead.
I'd like to move towards the slouched figure to get a closer look.
You move towards the slouched figure. You get about 20 feet away, and you see
He's
a
dripping.
dripping of blood coming from his chest, and then you look and you see there's actually a large greatsword stabbed through his chest and is kind of pinning him up in the ground and is kind of just laying there slack. You see it, you see these brown armor pieces. This brown, very leather armor piece with these red kind of contrasting cloth. And this, like a kilt, except with armor pieces along the kilt. You instantly recognize that it's a Phobian soldier. And you see just coming out of his back this, the great sword that you can see there is a dragon's head as the hilt that's plunged into its back. Do you approach the other one?
How far away is it?
Oh.
It's about 30 feet right now.
30 feet. Can I like motion everyone else to be quiet?
They do so. Well, I'll have everyone roll stealth checks, please.
No, this is bad. Oh, I have disadvantage, crap! Well, I'm not stealthy. 5 and 4. Man, you gotta love it. 4. But
21.
Okay.
okay.
15.
8.
Can I do like the dramatic, like just pull the shield out and flip the axe in my hand?
Yeah, there's the little bit of you equipping, but you see in that moment, you see all the other warriors. Like, it's very interesting. You've seen this, and it's It's very nice, but for people outside, it's still very impressive. You watch as all semblance, and it maybe is a Goliath thing, although you see it in the man. You watch all semblance of emotion leave their faces in an instant. All no fear, no excitement, no anger. Everything is just, you see them just, and they get their spears.
I would like to
And
walk
shields.
alone towards the figure I saw. Now I know I'm loud, and as I kind of draw close, I want to like get like full on like baseball bat above the head ready. Just
You see the body, and you can see now the body's on the ground. It's very stained red, where it was sitting. And you see this this figure dressed in black and white armor. It's very interesting. It's like an ivory armor pieces with this black cloth. And you see a large figure as you're approaching it, and you see at its side is a sword that has a reptilian-esque hilt, and at his side is a shield, and it's kind of just slack there. And as you get closer, you now see the face of this white dragonborn. That is just the blood's just coming out of his face. Not like,
yeah,
but like just like little blood's coming out of his mouth.
like
You kind of flick it.
just like with the shield a little bit, just to move it.
Much louder now as y'all gotten closer, and then you see it's coming over the hill. So you kind of take a moment, look over above the hill, and you see this, for 60 feet, you see this, like, I don't know what the word is for an indentation, like a...
Valley?
No, but it's like it's like the campfire settings where it's like a funnel, like a light funnel.
Okay.
Ground. You see scattered numerous bodies of both of them. Some of them are brown armored, a lot of them are humanoid. You see, but the humanoids are all different shapes and sizes. You see dwarves, you see like dwarves, humans. You recognize this because it's part of the culture that you came to visit.
Can I walk with him? I'm imagining we're kind of...
Yeah.
I'll say you can now see this as well. You recognize these are Phobian soldiers, and Phobians are a much more diverse people group, and you see there's lots of different kinds, but across all of these Kiri Vostok soldiers you see on the ground, they all look eerily identical. These white dragonborn soldiers with the same ivory armor and the same black cloth, and you both look over and you can see two figures standing in the middle, and they look heavily fatigued. You see this like young man with this brown hair that's kind of just a mess of his face, with like a streak of blood just coming down his forehead. You see he's wearing the like top half of an armor piece, although like his entire midriff is exposed with like ribs of the tear. You see most of his battle armor for his legs is gone. He's kind of just like his undergarment, it's just like the underclothes that he was wearing, and he's kind of just breathing heavily. And you see in front of him a fatigued as well white dragonborn soldier with this like teetering posture of also he at this point has lost all of his upper armor. You see this very pale, scaled and thorny or horny side of like his chest, and it's kind of just like you can see there's just an anger in the Phobian soldiers. He's kind of just, he looks like a cornered animal, and you see the Kiri Vostok soldier is like...
Do I have any familiarity with this specific type of Dragonborn?
Dragonborn are based off of scale color, which is based off of house. And there is a elder dragon above each house, and the elder dragons are to a higher power. But this is, you don't remember... actually, I'll have you go ahead and roll a history check to see if you can get the name of the white.
I see the dragon. I'm just gonna look.
The dragonborn you see is holding his sword very, like, he's teetering. He looks just as hurt, but he seems to be more composed about it. Like, there's just fierce animosity between these two.
I'm gonna keep an eye. Just keep an eye on our.
Not even able to like get a grunt, you see the man kind of just rushing and like, and you see like the Dragonborn soldier deflect it and catch himself on the ground before standing up.
Can I
Take your sword again and hold it up to the soldier.
can I see if this is like an illusion?
Make an intelligence check.
Are you?
That's a good point.
Are you up with us? Are you with us?
He's the scout. It's his job to scout ahead.
Yes,
So, like, why
you
would
also now realize he's here because he got a 21 on stealth and higher than your passive perception. Roll a perception check, please. Hold on, Pierce, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so I would say you do not remember the name. You know that there's a house, and you know there's a specific trait that goes with White Dragonborn, but you don't remember what it is at this moment.
I would like to.
Seems real. Both of them are.
You get first dibs. Go ahead.
I would like to just to have taken in the situation. I'd like to just raise my hand towards the Dragonborn, and I want to cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay. What save is that?
Let me see. That would be my spell save is 15.
Yeah, you're in range, right?
Yeah.
Let's just see if you. I think you.
Okay, well, I gotta get the stat block out because that's a close roll. So,
Sorry.
where did I put the monsters? The monster menu?
What type of saving throw is it?
Oh, it's right here. Numb nuts.
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. Give me a second, I have to pull it up. Just a second. Just a second.
Ooh. I'm assuming he.
I do not know the stat.
You just cast the perfect component for this particular.
I do not.
Well.
Yeah. So basically, here, you use mine, fam.
What?
You leave the recording thing there. Use mine.
Oh.
It's good. I just have all the ones I have already tabbed up. Gosh, so it's just
Okay,
easier.
so wisdom.
It is a wisdom saving. throw.
One shy of the save. He got a 14.
So he takes a D. No, he takes 2d12 because we're
Take
level.
2d12. No,
Oh
you're
wait,
level.
does it? Oh, does it up?
Oh, we're level 3.
Or no, you're level 5. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Level 5. So you do.
So yeah, and I'm assuming he's missing some of his hit points.
Yes.
Yeah. So he takes 2d12 hit points.
Roll
2d12
damage. I can close the page.
Let's see. This one's the 12, right? Yeah. I'm gonna borrow yours. Yep. All right. He takes 18 points of necrotic damage.
And dong.
That is impossible for him to roll. So you watch as he's kind of just.
Taco Bell.
You watch as his head violently jerks, and the body falls limp. And you see the man. Just like rushes and sprints, slides on the ground, and just.
You all right there?
All right there.
Hey, buddy.
Dude, okay.
I draw my scythe. I'm keeping my guard up, but I want to approach the Phobian soldier. Who has he just cleaved his sword into the body of?
Yeah, he's kind of just stabbing. He's kind of just resting his head on the hilt. And just,
Yeah.
You going up to him?
Yep.
I'll walk slightly behind you.
It's over now.
I knock an arrow. Just knock an arrow, and you can knock one.
Knock one.
Pulling it back.
He looks injured, right?
Ready?
roll a
And he's
medicine check.
He's a human, right?
He's a human.
Okay.
How badly does he look injured?
A medicine check.
That's gonna be a.
You gonna heal him?
We'll see. 17.
17. He's gripping that sword. There's no color going to the fingers.
Do I see?
He's not got any active bleeding wounds, but he looks. The skin is incredibly pale, and you know, Phobian soldiers are like known for actually having more tanner skin. So it's just the skin is very pale.
Diverse. All
If
right.
you don't,
Looks real sick.
No, your healing is more important than mine.
Looks
Okay,
real
so I'll go and like, is he like responsive at all?
He hasn't up yet. How close do y'all get?
I'm walking behind him.
I want
do you get?
I want to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay.
You go
need
to
touch,
the moment you touch him before the spell can. I'll say the moment the spell goes off because it's a touch spell. Roll your HP points.
Oh shit.
1d8 plus wisdom.
Anyone see
As long as assuming you're casting at first level.
in the distance, anything like
Roll a perception
coming
check.
at us or
At this point, you see all of the soldiers immediately get over the hill
So wisdom
and
plus
just
that.
put their spears down and are just watching.
Oh, wisdom plus.
Yeah, plus wisdom plus that.
So wisdom
Really
modifier.
weird.
Not.
You understand why?
Yeah, you get added to it.
So that'd be 8.
You understand
HP.
why, but they all look relieved.
yeah.
So 8.
The moment you touch him, and just rushes up and lunges out at you, grabs your throat, and just takes his sword and is gonna try and stab you.
Can I intervene into that? Wait,
Not right now for this
Okay.
first attack. So,
Am I able to defend?
well, it goes against your armor class. So he is going to
Go to D,
plus
right?
5. 18?
Oh, damn.
Misses.
Misses. All right, second attack is lower than that. So you just watch it kind of, and just starts you can hear his voice barely has any volume. It just seems parched. But he just starts taking his sword and just trying to slam it into you. But you hold his hand off to the side where it just keeps going past your shoulder.
Since he just went, can I intervene into this?
I'll say you both get a round.
Okay,
So go ahead.
cool. I'm gonna grapple.
Go ahead.
Can
roll
I
his grapple
can I
check.
push him off me?
I'll say you can assist his grapple if you
Yeah,
like.
do that. This will be really funny. Oh, good. Thank you for the assist. It was a natural 1. That's a little bit better. That's 8.
Contested
plus,
strength checks.
8. So 16.
You rolled a natural 1. So you
Nice.
kind of just immediately rush behind and grab his shoulders.
And fall over. I'm on top of him now. I'm 200 pounds.
And he just falls over and you look he just looks into your eyes and they're just completely bloodshot. He's like, and it's just still in a wild state of convulsions.
Hey, who the? Help! Is he gonna try to escape the grapple?
Hold on. I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay, what save is
Hey,
that?
am I not good enough for you?
What save is it?
So you can get up.
I don't need. No, it's temporary, man.
It's wisdom?
It's.
I got you.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
No, I got you. Person.
I got it. It's
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom saving. throw.
Okay, he fails, because I'm assuming a 7 does not succeed. So you watch as the body freezes up. Roll an intelligence check for me. Actually, a medicine check for me. With advantage, because of your background.
We're just gonna steal this.
Because you can see what's happening.
Damn.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Plus 1 for 21.
21. You
Plus 9 plus 10.
know exactly what that is. That is the most active form of pretty much he's locked in a PTSD episode. And he's going to pretty much be swinging at whatever moves. He pretty much has suffered whatever happened. It's enough to where he's not distinguishing friend from foe right now.
Well, he goes limp, so
He goes limp.
I'm gonna ropes, and more ropes. Tie him up.
Bind him.
Tie him up.
Tie him up.
I go up. I'm gonna. Let's see. We can do knockout damage, yes?
Is
Sure.
wait, is PTSD blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned?
Ooh.
I'll say it's a mental state, not a physical state.
Dadgummit. But
So if you have a thing that removes
I don't have color.
frighten or charm or something like that, I will say
No, I just have one
that would
concentration.
affect PTSD.
Wait, so did I technically still cast Cure Wounds even though he?
Yeah,
Yes,
heal.
yes. But the thing is that his wounds, you see his wounds, he looks a little bit healthier, but he's not in a state of mind where he can process that.
Like base rules, you can do non-lethal damage. May I do that?
Except if you crit, he dies instantly.
Oh no!
Don't crit.
Great. We're just gonna. We're gonna conk him.
I will say you do not need to roll.
Cool.
He is paralyzed under hold person ropes and is below 10 HP. So we will say you kind of knock him out of the body.
Turn to Rust.
Which after a minute
Appreciate the
goes like
assistance.
more limp because the whole person wears off. So like gravity.
He goes,
So being a good Samaritan gets you these days anyway. I'd like to inspect the body of the Dragonborn.
You do? Well, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
so much men.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
This beauty is
I turned back.
only gets out 20s, bro.
We haven't sensed anything else, right?
No, the clanging has
Giving out
stopped.
20s
This
like
has been
Bernie
the only-
Sanders
this
is
has
giving
been the
out
only
college
source of the
education.
clanging.
One guy.
I grab like the weapon, two of the weapons on the ground, right? And I go, amigos, las armas. And I
Los Armas.
Do I see them? Are they there?
You see him kind of reluctantly, like, look to Gorogon, and Goro goes, and they all just like start rushing down and start collecting. Like,
I start picking through the bodies because why not? They're all
you start picking through the bodies. Go ahead and roll an investigation check as well.
I got that one homie on lock.
You got that one homie on lock. So
Carry him in a minute. I'm gonna loot it.
the first thing you notice that you come across is his chest is marked with a tattoo. You've seen these tattoos before. These tattoos are called dragon marks. And dragon marks are one of the most effective ways that the Kirivostok Empire fights the Empire, is because they have abjuration effects, which means they block lots of magic.
Ooh, okay.
Now, looking
that worked out for
around, looking around, these things are very expensive and hard to do, which means not all of them have it, but he was of some sort of status.
Can I jack his tattoo?
I'll say,
Cut his skin.
No,
I'm sorry. And then do I find, did he have anything on his person?
We're looting. We should loot.
you're gonna press stop generating. Okay, so you find, I'll say, 20 platinum on him. His armor was very nice since has been destroyed, so is not usable.
Sword?
You see, it looks like it's an ornate. It looks like more of a commander's sword. So
What?
nothing. So didn't plan that. So, but it doesn't look to have any magical value. But it is a very nice made. It looks like there is a dragon's head that opens up, like for the scales as the hilt, that opens up into a sword. But with a natural 20 investigation check, I'll say there's actually a covered layer of soot on it, which made it look more normal. And you kind of just take a moment and scratch it off. It's made of platinum. Ooh! So it's a platinum sword.
Whoa.
You also find, kind of on his person, you kind of just search around, you find a parchment. And the parchment is it's a very small parchment, but it has, you understand Draconic?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it has Draconic speech on it and is a order letter. And it reads, TLDR, reconnaissance mission. Her Majesty wishes to know about the fourth throne. Which was the fourth throne again?
Do I know which throne?
You don't know the numbering system that they use, but you know the one you're closest to is Seigenheimers.
Seigenheimer, yes.
Or Seigenheimer. You do not find any notes on the Phobian soldiers. It appears, also with the level, you don't really, it looks like they're the only two that survived. I mean, you can maybe see if some other people were able to escape, but it looks like these are the only ones alive currently. No, yes, love those.
Does anyone have like a pair of binoculars?
Roll an investigation check.
That would be sick.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, we got like a ton of bodies to pick through.
Oh yeah, 17 plus 5.
Oh, I rolled like a 9, so I assume I get a choice of weapons, but that's
You
about
get no special weapons, but a bunch of common supplies.
nice.
I'll say if you want to mark it down for smithing materials, it's just common steel.
Yeah, just go.
Come on. 22? Okay, so 22 you do find, not on a Kirivostok soldier, but on a Phobian soldier.
Okay.
This apparatus that kind of like a spyglass.
Okay, sick.
So we'll say you have a spyglass.
And I would like to use that to look deeper into the mist. See, you're up high.
You
around the
pretty much
area.
use it. Unfortunately, it doesn't dissipate the mist like magically with like true sight.
Right.
So it's kind of like zooming in a lot on clouds. So you still can't see anything.
Sort of the shot.
Did any of like the dragons, the dragonborn? Because dragonborn are bigger, right?
Yes, Dragonborn clock 6-7 feet.
Ooh. Did any of the dragonborn have like balls?
Yes, I'll say you were able to find one.
Like if not, I understand.
Are you
No.
gonna join the mall club?
You do not find one. But walking around, what you do notice is an eerie sense of uniformity. They all have the same weapons.
Okay.
Does anyone have a bow and arrow?
You find a plethora of them, a bunch broken, some intact.
Oh, you get bows.
You can. I'll say you can grab a longbow if you want.
Sure. I mean, don't. So with that, would I be able to use?
You can use a short bow. You cannot use a longbow currently with your size.
Okay. What kind of arrows? Are there any like?
With that investigation check, you do not find any magical arrows. So it doesn't. There's more Phobian soldiers as opposed to Kiri Vostok Legion, which would make sense for. You don't find any of the more higher magical warrior positions of Phobians amongst the carcasses. It seems to be more foot soldiers versus some foot soldiers, but apparently one of them was experienced.
Any other like ranged weapons?
A couple crossbows, some crossbows.
Any of them? Like, can I use it?
You can use crossbows.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can take a crossbow.
I'll take a crossbow.
Into the bolts. But nothing.
What are y'all's main weapons? What do you use?
An axe and a shield.
And you're.
I use a short bow, and for like close combat, I use like a hatchet.
Come on now. They belong to the mist.
And he begins to turn around and starts walking his horse back along the trail.
Metal as fuck. Alright, I follow. Although I have Soldier Boy up on my shoulder and I'm just carrying him fireman style.
Okay.
How much does he weigh?
It's maybe 140, 150 pounds.
Yeah.
He's a very common build. It's like it's a lean, muscular build, but he's not bulky.
Okay.
Something you'd find as like a Roman soldier.
Alright, well, he's
Continue the journey.
on my shoulder now.
About 3 hours later,
Good. Yeah.
about middle of the day, you step out from the mist, and it's wonderful. There's a sense of fresh, cold air and wind that meets you, and you all see a very interesting sight. We'll pull away the mist music real quick and go back to the. You see a lovely, lovely, interesting sight.
They belong to the mist now.
Can't believe that little twerp tried to stab me.
Dude, he's PTSD. He's tweaking, man. It's fine.
Dude, I just freaking melted his friend, his foe.
Not that he could see that.
What? Dude, you just walked.
Toll the Dead is you use a hand motion. There's no like bolt
No,
or anything.
okay.
It is a
Yeah,
you
for
twitch
him,
it.
this guy just died in.
This guy literally went.
This guy tripped and
And then you walked out of the mist. Hello there.
I thought there was at least like a
So with
ray of light or something.
With Toll, if you want to flavor it like that, we can work on it. But the way it is said in
I
canon,
just forced.
in the way in canon deity, it is the victim hears a loud bell in their head that does the damage in their mind, which is why you usually see, if you use Toll the Dead, if someone dies of it, you usually see their head twitch or they'll just fall flat.
Or bleed from the nose.
So
It's necrotic.
yes, so there's no wound per se. That would be
something new every day.
that would be guiding bolt, is what that is.
Yeah.
You step out and you see a very interesting sight. You see about 2 miles ahead of you a pillar of gray and black that is kind of just floating above of smoke. This large, just humongous wall of smoke. And you can see a burning orange glow in the future. But keeping your perception checks from elsewhere as well, or from earlier, you do see another source of smoke. smaller, more localized. And I'll say you, with the ingenuity that you showed, with your spyglass, and you can see a village about maybe a mile and a half down the plains that seems to have some rubble and some smoke coming from it. I'll have you roll a perception check though. Unless one for a different reason.
Hey guys, there's a village, like over there.
I'm assuming the ice lizard didn't go there to rent a room.
Well, yeah, but we can get food and water and stuff.
It's burning.
there.
It is.
Oh, it's burning. Oh,
There's smoke coming from it.
No one's there to charge us. Are we
It looks like some rubble. What'd you get?
17.
Okay, so
You're like, with any luck, the innkeeper's daughters are burning in that fire right now.
you take a little bit more, and you like zoom out, and you can see it's very interesting. You can see a trench. Can't really gauge the size of the trench, but it looks like a black trench that goes into a broken section of the wall and kind of curls outside of the village past that. And you can, with the 17, it's fairly interesting. You kind of take a look, like it's a mile away, but it's almost like you can see. You can't really, well, no, I'll actually say you can't really see the details of the town right now, but
Are we still in the mist, or we
you just exited.
We've emerged.
This is now you get to see, you can actually see you are close, but you also see you see Gorgon kind of like lean down and like point, and you can see a very similar trench about 40 feet from you that kind of curves semi in that direction.
Can I, wait a sec, go to the trench? I'm thinking
Wait, so we
big 60-foot salamander. What kind of tracks would it
It's not like
It leaves you know salamanders due to your background. They're creatures that kind of they don't
But there's also a city.
they don't necessarily leave a footprint because they kind of claw their way across the ground. So they mostly, very stereotypically, leave a large trench.
yeah. So this is
So he kind of
But the catacomb is
he kind of just chuckles. You see him go, "Cross," and like jumps up on his horse, and you see the other ones get up on their horse. And he starts riding off and following down the trail. Do you all follow?
yes.
I run after. I jog.
It's like the Saitama run. Like,
Yeah.
left me.
I hop on my side like a broomstick and magic missile.
Okay. So as
I could move my
about 10-ish minutes later, you hear one thing. Very distant. You can look and see dark clouds that are not smoke. They're kind of rolling in for another storm. It is the season for it. But you're all kind of riding parallel. About 10 minutes later, Gorgon got a bit of a head start, so seems to be kind of leading you unless y'all choose to deviate. But he being seen like just beelines follows the trail and is beginning heading towards the village. You all kind of catch up, and there's this moment of like, there's a little bit of adrenaline that kicks in where you've actually got a scent. You didn't lose it in the mist. You now know where it is. You're going to be following it, and it is a couple hours away. And there's that moment of like, okay, it starts building up. So like, as you're running or riding, your horses approach the front of this village, and you can see the front wall and gate were stone, but the other parts of like the wall were just wood. Or you can see different buildings that are like plunged over slightly, but all in like a path. And you can now see, as you've gotten closer, that there are large ice crystals kind of just jutting out from the gate that is a hole. But something that catches your eye and your eye, due to kind of your backgrounds, and you two notice it a little bit after. The gate is shut, but it looks jerry-rigged shut. And you see Gorgon kind of slow as they begin to watch, or as they begin to walk forward. And there's this sound. and you see a bolt land like at the foot of the horse of Gorgon, who kind of stops and like curls his horse around a little bit, and like the rest of you all ride up and see it, and then you hear a voice.
That's far enough right there, I'll tell you what. Take another step forward, I'll make you cactuses the lot of you walking trees.
What?
Do I see the voice? Roll a perception check.
That doesn't sound like
I'll assist you.
a dragonborn.
One.
I'll assist you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm also looking for his bitch ass.
Roll yourself. You're a better roller at this than me. Okay, yeah, 6.
6. I'll say you all currently do not see it. You just hear this voice come out of the ether.
Well, let them be your business, you boss. Anyone else hear that?
I'll say you take a. Go ahead and roll with your spyglass, sure.
My spy.
It'd be really funny.
Skits.
Is that perception?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 12.
Well, you don't see anything yet. You don't see where the voice is coming from. Somewhere. You never see. The arrow came from the wall.
Let me ask you a question. Are you as hard of hearing as my grandmother?
Another arrow just kind of built around.
Well,
Hey, listen!
Thank you.
We don't want any trouble. We're here to hunt a salamander.
There's a warband.
Am I wrong?
We don't want any trouble.
Just like the constant, like the skeletal of the jackal on Gorgon's head. Just.
you say you're hunting salamander?
Yes, a big one, 60 feet, ice themed.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Ice theme.
the word you're looking for there is ancient.
And then you can kind of see, you all now see this dark shape of a head kind of like peek over the wall. You can't quite see the details of it, but it's interesting, it's only the head. It's only the head that goes up.
Well, now, sorry to say, this salamander already came through here. But if you want to trick it,
This liquor.
Yes, you now see kind of standing up on the wall, like, and gets up on top of the wall. You see this dwarf who's got this multiple bearded red beard, this long like hair that curls. Multiple bearded. Braided. That's what I meant to say.
multi-beard!
So you see
Beard too.
But you see he's got this very like thick metal armor that's almost black in color, but instead of like the contrasts are of a deep gold. Of this very, very dwarfish individual, and he's holding this really large-looking crossbow with some sort of apparatus on it. And he kind of just takes your crossbow and puts it to the side. You can't quite see the details on his face yet, but he kind of.
Well, right then, you want to trick your bird. You're ready to come in. Boar, let him in.
And you hear, and you see this jerry wall open up, and you see stepping through something to where like you see the chief kind of like, you see stepping through, looks to be clocking 8 foot tall tiefling with this massive, like deep purple skin, massive figure with these large, thick ram's horns that come up and like curve around the back of his head. And he's got this like large shield on his back and this very like boar pigskin vest, like no other armor. And you see carrying in the side of, like in his left hand, he's got this probably 6 foot tall double-sided battle axe that is just at his, or it's battle axe that's two-handed. Battle axe is two-handed and kind of just like pushes open.
You run your gob too much.
What exactly are we walking into here?
I believe it's called a city.
Well, ain't no city anymore,
Referring
son.
more to its inhabitants.
There ain't no city anymore, just us two.
Two of you guys?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
No, I'm impressed.
You're
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a rather ironic story if you'd like to come in and have a drink of ale.
I would.
Unless you're
We're just gonna go through.
And kind of just takes like his crossbow and points it at like all of the Jotun. He's like,
unless the walking trees are coming to like, pluck my family lineage out of the history books.
Well, I don't see why not.
No.
There's only two.
Alright then.
Hey, first one to bring me that door's balls gets this shiny sword. Get out!
Alright then. Come on in.
and you see him like
20 platinum for the guy's
you see him like hop down off the wall, and this loud clink of armor is like.
I'm imagining like a rocket raccoon. He jumps onto the shoulder of the tiefling with the.
Not quite. He's a little heavy for that, and he's a little big for that.
I like to point out Russ thinks he's speaking an entirely different language than common. He's like so lost now because he can't understand. Damn it, another one.
Yeah, so they both kind of just like open the gates and are kind of just walking actually amidst the town, kind of like a little bit back, and they kind of just stand to the side as y'all come in. The Jotun are just kind of walking in. They're a little on guard, but you see the dwarf.
Well now, how you doing? The name's Marin. Marin Ironfoot.
And you can now see, and now that he's come down, he's tall for a dwarf. Unnaturally so. Like his arms are not proportionate to the length of his legs. And the moment he walks, you realize why. And you've known this about dwarves. Some dwarves have the ability to make this. You see pretty much these metal leg extenders kind of. He steps forward. He stands about 5.5 feet tall, which is about 1.5 foot above what he would usually be, to give him more of a posture. And he's got this very interesting, like drum-fed crossbow with like a pulley on the side. And you kind of see his face. It's kind of very wrinkled. There's like streaks of white in the red. He looks much on the older side. But you see like a constant amount of scars and it kind of just like a perpetual frown that you can't tell if it's his face or if it's just his manner.
Name's Marin. The big guy's boar. Well, how long you been trekking this salamander?
Hey, Marin.
Couple days.
Pardon my frankness, but what the hell happened here? Where did everyone go?
Alright, I'm gonna try and talk to someone who's not trying to either romance me with that high-pitched voice. What are you? 2 days?
Couple days. We joined a hunting party.
I can see that. You're not exactly the most Jotun yourself.
Looks like you. I don't know what Jotun means, but
Gotta
you
give
got
this
it.
to you, Marin. You must have quite an iron family lineage if just you and the tiefling are ready to defend the entire town from a band of Jotun raiders.
Lonnie, how old are you? How old are you? Don't you be talking to me like that. I could have slept with your great-great-grandmother. I could be your great-great-grandpappy back in the day for all you know. Hey, it could be why you're not as tall as your brother. You could have gotten some of my genes.
We're not related.
Oh, I wouldn't know that with the face. I'm sorry, that's me. So, here.
Mean to which one of us?
Do you guys live here?
Well, funny story about that there, lad. We was,
And he kind of just,
legs.
he kind of just takes a moment and looks at the village. He's like,
well, we was kind of hired to protect the place.
Oh,
I see you bang
You
up.
did a wonderful job.
Well, hold on a second there. I don't like the tone you're giving me, mister. You might be taller than me, but yeah. Anyway, so, well, yeah, we didn't really, me and Ward have been around the bounty hunter circuit for a while, but I'll tell you what, even the best bounty hunters in the guilds, they wouldn't have been able to defend it themselves. You would have needed 10 bounty hunters down here to fight that thing. I'll tell you what, we gave it a good whipping and thrashing, got out of town before it destroyed the rest of it. Fortunately, there weren't that many people living here, and they got in their heads that they were gonna fight the thing with pitchforks.
So it's not your fault.
When did I say it was? You think I have like a conscience about the stuff that's happening here?
Well,
Not really right now, but maybe when I'm more drunk.
what will become of the town now that there are no survivors?
I imagine it'll be a van.
Let me take a second here to go into my mind palace where I know all the ins and outs of history and people's actions. I'm gonna start a new family here. Yes,
Really?
with your mother, new lineage.
So, okay.
I'm gonna cast command and tell him to stop being a little bitch.
Has to be one word.
It has to be one word. So you
What? Command has to be
command
one
has
word.
to be one word.
I thought he used command when we were fighting the guys that he told you to fight for us, which would be 3 words.
No, he used charm.
Oh, fuck. That's a charm, yeah. Different spell.
Wait, did you shut
Silence!
Yeah, exactly.
He's like. And then you just hear this voice just go,
You might have just become my favorite person in the whole world.
Is it the tiefling?
you just look up, and he's just right there. You see, he not an ounce of fat on him, maybe weighs 500-600 pounds.
Oh my god. Dude is yoked.
He is.
I'm insecure. Can I roll a masculinity fragile check?
I failed.
You're hunting this thing.
Yes.
Look at the chief.
The chief is like, dang it, Brandon.
Come. No. Chief is like.
That's how command
Don't
goes
laugh.
on,
Cast
dude.
command again. God!
If you say that, he will walk to you. All right?
Oh,
He
damn
will
it.
not.
He's not sexual?
Who knows?
Yeah,
You don't know how much of his
drunk
you
first.
don't know how much of his legs are metal. All right. Anyway, so you kind of just there's this moment of where he's like, the dwarf is looking very confused, but he's like,
I'd like to come with you.
Yeah, I like to come.
He doesn't.
he kind of just like smacks the dwarf a little bit, just like knocks him off balance.
You think it's something of his pride? I want it to be a challenge. I want to get stronger.
I kind of look. Is the chief with us?
You kind of she's behind you.
Like a.
He just goes.
Looks like you're in.
No, say no.
All right, come on, boy.
I'm sorry about that, but something must have come over me. All right, well, you twisted my arm, I'm in. Kind of cocks his crossbow.
There's lots of scares. I can see.
All right, now, let's get our sluggy britches out in those woods.
I love how our party is just increasing in size, slowly but surely. I'm still.
Yeah,
As the dude that
We're waiting to
woken
solo
up on
an entire army.
No, as the dude woken up, we need bait. Like, okay, that's dark.
Hey,
The guy who's asleep.
I will tell you what.
Dog!
I'll tell you
You were
what.
thinking that too?
I'll tell you what, lads.
Bait.
I got 2 things going for us here that me and my dearest friend have done for us. And
Is he talking about the crossbow? The tiefling?
Strokes.
The tiefling is just. I kind of just. Right, well. So here's the deal. When that thing came through, I was able to give it a good shot in its throat. I'd say for a good couple days, he's not going to be able to do his little breath weapon.
Oh.
2 days at max. That was yesterday.
Oh.
So, we might want to put, pardon the ironicness, a step on it.
That was
That would have. That was a local.
No, I like that one. Okay.
It was a local. See, I guess you all. I guess the rest of them are a little short for humor.
Yeah.
You're not so bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, don't get too comfortable. All right, let's go.
Thank you for sharing.
Embry, if you don't stop.
That's unconscious hair. Just saying right down.
All right, enough jibbing and bibbing. I guarantee you, we've already looted this place through and through, and you can't have any of it. I know you were gonna ask. Let's go. So, do y'all continue to walk?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Charge in the direction. Two more
Waiting for
stronger.
a cliff that we can.
We're about to take a break, by the way, just to let y'all know.
Okay.
We are about to hit le combat. So, but
With the what? Well, that's what, it may not be a salamander. It could be.
it's a guy you have to talk to.
Oh, even worse.
All right, where is?
We just gained the most.
Another old dragon guy for Pierce to wrestle about killing.
What?
It's another old dragonborn guy for Pierce to wrestle about.
So, you travel for about another hour before, and unfortunately, you do have to travel slower. As I'll say, Ingemar, you kind of catch from the chief as he is muttering to one of his friends. It actually seems he is very fond of them being in the party. Not so much that he trusts them, but that he knows. Having hunted beasts like this, you need as many people as you can get. So,
As bait.
Bait is very useful.
about an hour of traveling out, about an hour more of traveling, you see something that is unfamiliar to you all, as you haven't been to this part of the world. At least in the short term. You don't know if your memory from Buckingdale is affecting that, but in the long term, you see, in the cold wind and the rolling storms that are approaching, you see a red dot kind of go past your face of an ember and another. You see pieces of ash. And you look, and as you get closer, you start to see, at this point, most of it is, excuse me, you get closer, you see the trees of this forest are burnt and the best way I can describe it is crispy. But as ash slowly starts to pass by your face, you start to get the smell of brimstone just, and it starts to get warmer, a lot warmer, and you start to hear the flickering of flames. So you get now to about 30 feet, you can see this wall of forest. Which is interesting, most of the smoke is hovering above the forest. It's not like a wall to enter into the forest where you wouldn't be able to see. You can actually see into it fairly well, to a bunch of broken rocks. But it's really unconcerning. You know what this is. You're very familiar with this, but this is one of the more stark examples. You see the ground is like there's a large crack in it, and it is kind of more roasted, normal Praetorian grasslands, and then across this half-inch crack is molten rock. This is a site of the collision in which all the different continents, because in normal D&D, for those, just a refresher, in normal D&D, it's different planes of existence, but everything is on the same grand sea. During the collision, everything was blended. It was mosaicked. This seems to be some place from some hot part of the Grand Sea. You kind of just step in. The smell hits you. It's very crispy. It's almost like just the emanating smell of a campfire is around you.
Is it kind of hard? It's hard to breathe.
It takes a little bit. There's a couple moments where you have to catch yourself because a piece of ash flies down it. But most of the smoke and the really fumish stuff seems to be in the sky above it.
Okay.
Seems to be resting.
Because I'm envisioning just a forest
on fire.
Everything's on fire.
Think of it like a forest that was on fire for a day. Most everything is burned already, but there's still lingering flames.
So we're not just
you're not in a forest fire. It is not active. And also a weird thing, it's not spreading. So, but you kind of just approach this place, and you see the two other Jotun hunters kind of going, this way, continuing following the trenches for about 30 minutes. And about the 30-minute mark, you see Chorst, I believe was the name. You see him kind of up in front, very quietly, takes his hand and raises it. And all of you all stop. And that's where we're going to take a break and get ready for combat, and we're also going to take care of dinner.
Oh.
Okay.
That was awesome.
You're scouting.
Yes, I am.
You gotta go first.
I need some honey for that.
Wait, are we breaking for dinner?
We're breaking for dinner because it's 7 o'clock.
Sick.
So pretty much.
Boy, go!
Anyone going with me?
Matthew, you like meat lovers?
Huh?
You like meat lovers?
Matthew's gonna eat whatever you have for him as long as there's no peanuts on it.
Okay.
Shut up.
So
Whatever.
I wanted you to be.
What's everyone getting? Are we just splitting one meat lovers?
no, so I don't know how
think
much
we're
it'll
getting
buy. I have $40 of a gift card for Papa John's. So we're gonna see what this will buy.
Real quick, Zach. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this right now. Google Papa John's promo codes.
Okay.
And you'll get coupons.
Pausing your brain.
Eat that for the voice record.
The recording is back. I am the greatest wizard of all
The
time.
moment Sabrog listens to Pitbull, it's all over, dude.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because he's Mr. Worldwide.
He did the Fireball song.
There's a Fireball song?
Dude, I don't know. I learned 2 years ago there was a Fireball whiskey.
Oh, well.
All right. Coming back to it. Can you
The two autistic people in the
can you turn it down just a little bit?
There's a Pitbull guy.
He's smiling.
That would be a fun game. D&D, but everyone's autistic.
All right.
In no insight.
What do you think we're
no
playing right
passive
now?
perception.
Okay.
So,
Goddamn you, Zach.
Oh, no! The Matrix core.
all right. Here we go.
What do you think we're playing right?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are back, and you are about 20 feet behind Chor as he is kind of holding up his hand. And he gives a slight motion to come forward. Do y'all approach stealthily?
I push him forward.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so roll a stealth check for me.
Go scout.
Go scout.
Oh shit. No. It's okay. You're not immediately screwed. It's fine. You have a huge modifier because you get it doubled. You double your proficiency bonus.
Oh,
So that's gonna be 6 plus dex.
You have expertise, bro?
Yeah, he's a rogue. 14.
Crazy like that, man.
Okay, so there's kind of this like little hill where like there's this burning bit. But the first thing you notice is that the path you're following, it's melting, but there's like this path of frozen molten rock. It's like frozen over.
Eyebrow raise.
But you come over the kind of the side of the. Stop! I can't say that word anymore.
What?
You come. No.
You come.
You ruined stealth check. So you slowly
I'm so loud that you-
approach over this little ledge, and you see before you. We'll see if this goes the right orientation. Alright. You see a map.
You see
Do you have your mini?
Yes, so y'all are over here. You see, it's a little saturated up here, but because whatnot. You see pretty much this very, like the ground is broken and molten, but there's this large area of icy ground that kind of just surrounds this giant, jagged hole in the ground. I'll have you roll a perception check.
Okay.
11.
11.
No.
No.
I lied.
Wrong.
11 plus 3.
14.
14.
So, you can't really hear anything right now, but the ice path does lead into that hole.
There's a hole.
That black thing is like a burrow.
Anyone got a grenade?
Starship Troopers.
I do. You just bring it down.
It's not real. It's not real.
Oh, okay. I was getting rid of.
No, that's not real.
Yeah, anyone got a UAV?
Alright, is anyone approaching to see this?
I'm letting him go front. I'll go ahead. I'll
So you head over.
head over. We're
You get about-
Are we like, how far back are we? Are we just like
About 20
watching
feet.
him
You're
like?
about 20 feet back. 20 feet back? So you're about 20 feet back from the edge of that map.
So we're just looking at him like peering over. As
Kind of like the one guy in Predator that's walking slightly into the jungle.
So where am I?
So I don't remember which mini is yours. If you all could grab your minis, please.
Grab my minis.
Where? I don't know where mine is.
Alright, it's over there.
Oh, here's
Thank you.
Oh, that's you because there's a
My dude. Here is
Nathaniel's dude is the
carpal tunnel.
carpal tunnel.
Carpal.
Now you get to use it in combat. You've already used it in combat before.
Oh, really? Sorry.
This second
Damn! Somebody has not been paying attention.
Okay. So
Pierce strikes back.
you get Brandon. You get about, I would say about 20. I'd say you get about 10 feet, or no, 20 feet into that courtyard. So like the middle of the courtyard.
Tell me where Brandon is, and then I'll adjust accordingly.
We're all the way back here.
Oh, we're off the map.
each square is 30.
There, this is like a hill. Here, let me see it. You're about like right there.
Do I have disadvantage?
Yes, you do, because you're wearing heavy armor.
You get about right there, and then
Oh shit, is it?
you
I didn't think the bear split armor was heavy.
you take a step, and you see the ice crack a little bit and go crack a little bit.
Well,
Swallow it up.
Feel some rumbling.
I'm gonna move that away.
Is that a rock right there?
Stealthily, I'm gonna have you roll another stealth check.
I'm gonna run with reckless
Because
abandon.
as you start to move, Brandon, I want you to know, as you start to move, just as you're about to step, you see a little indent in the ground that's risen a little bit.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Go on. Oh, yeah. You're good. You're safe. We are like 20 feet back from the map, so technically we're right
I would like to.
You see this like little mound of dirt, like just ever so slightly of breaking the ice. Just move along the ground.
Can I?
Your stealth check is at like 29 right now, so for temporarily you're safe.
Okay. So if I stay where I am, he's not gonna.
Well,
He doesn't know where you are right now.
Okay.
He's looking for you.
Stay perfectly still. And do I see them?
We're all watching.
yeah, we're like,
You're now at, I'll say you're now at the edge of the map, or like, because there's a little bit of a rise, so y'all are, place yourselves at the edge of the map. So there's this moment where you're just watching as this, like, slowly tiptoes to the side as this little
I like
break
that.
in the
I'm
ice.
like, don't move. I'm just like,
Alright, Brandon, what is your stealth check total at? Because he's going to try and find you.
19.
Could I just like distract him by shooting an arrow like into the ice then?
Huh?
19, 20.
19 plus 9?
Yeah.
28.
28.
Jeez. Okay, he does not see you.
He's good.
But I'll say he doesn't look like it knows where he is. Do you still want to launch the arrow?
that's
Okay.
fine.
So you kind of just.
you want me to like throw a rock with like my athletics? Just like athletics.
I was thinking I
I was
could
like, I don't have a rock on me though.
jump over it.
did I see like a rock?
No, but there's this there's this very tense moment where it just
Homie really likes his
goes right by you and just. The welt disappears.
Well, it's definitely over
Okay.
there.
We got a nuclear warhead.
You might want to head back here, Twinkle Toes.
Easier said than done.
It doesn't have ears. It's a
Easier
freaking
said
lizard.
than done. Okay. If I move over here, that's
Now you're
all
catching
of
on.
this is ice, and this is not ice, correct? Or is it still ice?
Pierce, what's your dex at?
My dexterity is 11, so plus 0.
Plus 0. which means your passive stealth is at 10 plus 0.
No, he has disadvantage.
No,
His passive stealth is at 5.
Wait.
As is mine. We both have passive stealths, but however, we're not moving. We're not moving at all, so technically there's no... Like, we could have disadvantage on stuff, but we're not trying to stuff. We're just physically not moving. And we were
I
trying
didn't even know I had
Also,
disadvantage.
he knows with disadvantage
Yeah.
to hear Twinkle Toes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was what he was rolling for to see if he hears.
Okay.
We're gonna fight this thing either way, dog.
So
We could have an ambush a full round.
An ambush? Homie's under the ice, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point.
can I?
Start tap dancing.
You hear Gorgon, and you watch as right between his legs, the round raises a little bit. And he's like, goodbye, Gorgon.
I take off running.
What?
I take off running towards the thing. You can't have it die.
Gorgon just, after all this, he just...
Yeah.
just gets...
Now,
just gets like,
Okay, no. Okay. Here's what happens. All right. You are going to pull him away from the other people. Now, unfortunately, as goes with size and everything, the quickest way for him to jump out and grab you is to jump out where he is,
And then run.
which is right underneath. So here's what happens.
Oh no!
Here-
But I just wanted to take his attention off of our chief.
our chief.
Well, we're following them anyway. I don't give a. Would you rather I say? By the way, I have put down. I'm not carrying dead weight.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we'll say
putting
we'll
down.
say
Dead weight!
We'll say he's stashed. There's this moment where you. And then I'll actually no. It's so you start running. You get about there.
I want to get
and
away from Hembry. Like, I don't want-
right past you. You see,
Yep, there we
and
go.
then you see
Oh,
I have my shield out.
just the ground, and you see this massive head rub right next to you, and just jumps out of the ground. The head is bigger than your body, and there's this moment where you're standing quietly, and you see this bright, almost runic, giant, blue glowing eye just pass you by as it. I don't have a bigger figure, but he is
Yeah, that's the
huge.
head, yeah.
He is huge. So you watch as it kind of sticks out of the ground. You see this face. The skin is grayish, but the body is very circular and round. Except with these bright blue eyes, you see these teeth, these very white ivory teeth, but are somehow extended as each of them has an icicle that comes off of it to make a mouthful of ice spikes. And you watch coming out of like its back of its head is a frill of this deep blue scaling just spikes that kind of curve out of its head just in a pattern down its bite or down its back. It is massive. I will have everyone roll initiative, please.
Please roll 20. I need 20.
He is,
I need something good.
Matthew, I will say, as a result, as he jumps out this massive
Can I?
mouth, it is going to take a strike at you. I'll say,
Can I technically run a bonus action when I?
Sure.
Because I would totally
it's basically
cast
bonus reject,
Shield of
right?
Faith.
Okay, I'll say you can do that.
Obviously. Okay.
It's okay.
So you watch this giant mouth just like jumping out of the ground. This mouth, the maw open wide, maybe has a height of 7 feet. Just try and grab you.
20.
Open it up.
Oh, no. Man.
What is your AC?
22.
Man with the highest
Hit.
AC in the party.
22. 7 plus
That's still
15.
bad.
Damn it!
22.
No matter what
Alright.
you reverse.
Wait, 7 plus 15?
Well, he rolled a 15.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Not plus 15. Not plus 15 yet.
Oh, that would be a plus 15 to hit.
Alright. Cool. He hits on anything level 4.
Alright, so that is going to be a.
That's a plus 15. That's a guaranteed hit on everybody.
Yeah, and
And you.
take, Matthew, in total.
Oh, rimini crap.
Alright, you take.
I really.
What in the boomer?
You take 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points of cold damage. So a
Okay, that's
total
not
of
bad.
15 as a bite just like you see one of the spikes, it was one of the thinner ones, but it kind of just pierces through your skin.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone's initiative rolls, please.
I rolled a 10.
17. Strong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
17. Anyone above 17? 20.
Are you gonna have to roll for all those motherfuckers?
I've already got them on a sheet.
Oh shit, nice.
17.
Yeah, you can like pre-roll. and
Okay,
shit.
so Pierce is. Pierce, what's your dex again?
0.
0?
Yep.
He goes before you. 9? Alright,
I haven't
hold on.
aggroed him though.
Yeah, he doesn't know you exist. Don't move.
15. Oh, place all yourselves at the edge of the map, by the way, unless you are all already there. So, 10 to 15?
Oh,
8?
That's not that.
10 to 5. 10 to 5.
Wait, what'd you roll, Brandon?
are we talking initiative? Or
Yeah, initiative. That's a dash check.
I rolled a
What's your dex?
Plus my dex. Sorry. 13. Sorry.
14. Wait, you roll. Okay, so 14. So Brandon is at. Alright, so that's Brandon first. You are going to go at the same time as the chief. 10, anyone else at 10 to 5?
You said, dude, where did you get like a 9?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Say
it's
it.
between 10
Say
and
it.
5.
Sorry, I thought. Sorry, my bad. I heard
need
10, so I assumed
Voices. And then what the
Nobody's
rest of you?
answered correctly his Zach's question for
4. Pierce.
You already had Pierce. You used the first
17
one.
zero. So Pierce is at the bottom.
What?
You are. Actually, no, you are not at the bottom.
I'm at the bottom.
Why would I be at the
not.
bottom?
You're not at the bottom.
He needs to be talking about me. You already did Pierce.
I know.
You're talking about me.
I'm literally misspeaking.
Oh
All
man.
right.
Don't accidentally write down Draco's name.
Yes, I will not.
I go twice.
Okay, so top of
If
the
you don't go,
initiative
I'll go.
order.
I did that bad.
The ancient salamander goes first.
Oh, it's
That's
ancient
suck ass if you roll a
salamander.
nat
It is an
one.
ancient salamander.
Make an ancient salamander.
Fun little tippity tippity. All right,
I
so
wouldn't
first
get that
thing
flavor, to be honest.
is.
People do
Oh,
that.
it's gonna have
In that
legendary
one, you
action.
do like
Shit.
2 rounds, in that one, you do 2 rounds.
Oh no! So he's gonna do. He's gonna do a.
Wait.
I'm really sorry.
How does he know we exist?
No, Matthew is turning around. You're not scot-free. He's gonna take 2 attacks against you with his claws.
Okay, here we go.
First one is a natural 19. So
Okay, so that's it.
second one is a
Hey guys, I tank damage.
21.
No, that misses.
All right, so one hits, one doesn't.
Wait, never mind. Hold on, wait 1 second.
I thought I tanked damage till our last encounter. And I realized I do not.
Okay, yeah, I succeeded on that Constitution saving throw. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Wait, no. You're gonna need to roll damage for that first one before I can tell you if I hit. The second one, sorry.
I gave you the damage. You took.
No, the claws. The first claw.
Okay, the first claw is only. It was a 7 points of damage rolled low. So
Okay.
7 points for that.
And
Second attack for the claws.
also hits.
Okay, because you lost your thing.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I lost my thing.
Second attack with the claws. That's a little bit better. That is 10 points of.
Oh, hot diggity dog.
Dickety.
So you watch as it's just kind of just.
Yeah, cool.
It honestly, like the moment you look, it honestly looks like. You know, kind of how a gecko has a separate skin that it like sheds. It looks like it's covered in a layer of ice, maybe to heal itself or something. It's honestly almost moving slower. But as it turns around, it kind of just, and you see like these 2 giant fingers just as it turns around, curve. You're like one lands in your shield, the other one is just too long and delves into your thing a little bit, and just turns around and is now going to do. Brandon, he's going to try and bite you.
Oh, things are no longer chill.
19 to hit.
That hits.
I want to use uncanny dodge.
You can use uncanny dodge.
context.
Well, let me have the. Let me get the
How many hit points do you have?
Oh.
38.
Yeah, you'd be at 6 right now.
This is. Oh, he rolled a 1.
Wait, he attacked you too? Endless.
6.
Endless time.
6 points. 6 points of. Well, no.
So I'm wondering how well the melee approach is going to work for me.
I would
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and I can't read tonight, guys. I'm sorry. 6 points of piercing damage and 4 points of cold damage. So a total of 10, half to 5. Because you used up candy dodge. All right. From that,
total of 11 damage.
no, you take a total of 5 because you took a 10 in total, but you halved it with uncanny dodge.
Oh, okay.
So you take 5. He's gonna move forward a little bit. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Give me a second.
Can't you attack of opportunity since he ran away from your ass?
No. Funny enough, he struck you past 10 feet with a bite.
Son of a bitch! Fuck!
Seems to
Oh,
have.
I'm just taking L's left
Sorry,
and right.
Brent.
You don't understand. The tank.
Fuck!
The tank took 2/3. Wait, did you have the damage you got?
I did, yeah.
He did.
Nice.
He didn't
Took the
take very
dodge
much
action.
though. All right, so
A whole conversation on the way to get milk.
where's the? Can I have the character thing bin? Oh, there it is. All right, sorry guys. 1 second. I did forget to place your allies because you did
put those
bring
allies down.
allies,
We brought so many allies.
and it's a good thing you did.
Hey, all in favor of feeding him chicken legs?
I'm on my knees right
The
now.
dwarf guy.
Oh.
I just pick him up.
No, man. That's what the unconscious body is for.
Dude, you can't kill a memorable NPC like that. You gotta at least
Watch me.
wait till round 3.
We brought an unconscious dude for this exact purpose.
Low key.
All right, so this will be Goragon.
No.
It'll be over here.
Blaine's gonna be listening to this.
This is Marin.
We kill Saffron.
By the way, you actually all look around. You do not see Savrog.
Oh shit! Oh come on!
He's kidnapped.
He maybe has wandered off into the wilds.
Really? You didn't even
studying
get
his
fireball support
fireball
against the
web.
ice lizard?
Okay, just for the record.
Thanks a lot, Blaine.
I will. Never mind. Okay,
What were
so
you?
life is pain.
Savrog the Great did not sign up for this.
Savrog did not pay his taxes. Okay, and then
Savrog's still in the village looting.
Wait. Okay, so I have a question. Do I like draw more damage to myself?
No.
Because I can heal most of
all right,
myself.
this
Okay,
will be.
that's true.
This is going to be Boar.
So-
this is Boar and Marin. This is the Captain Goragon. The other NPCs,
Try to catch us.
the other hunting party,
Yeah.
they are not going to be on the map because you watch as the moment they do, they all immediately, like there's that lack of emotion, they all immediately start like forming a star pattern around it. And you notice as they're running, they're tying ropes to spears.
Ooh.
So they are running around it.
Okay.
It is still not done. It is going to do 1 attack to each of you 2.
You got 6 attacks?
He has 5.
Oh.
He has 5 attacks. So to Nathaniel, rolling real well for 23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
For Pierce, natural 4. So that's 11.
That hits. No.
All right, so that's just claws, which means you're only taking it's low damage right now. Okay, so for Nathaniel, you're gonna take 11 points of piercing damage, and then you do not take any damage. So watch as it runs up, it kind of just like moving so fast. There's this like swirl of snow that comes up. You see just out of the flurry, a claw rushes out of the ground, catches you off guard because of its placement, Ingmar, and just slams you across like this midsection. You did see it coming. Another claw comes up. You put your shield in place and bounces off the side. At the end of its turn,
Oh, dang it. No, I can't.
you watch as at the end of its turn, it kind of takes a moment and starts slamming the ground. And you see right there,
Second one. No.
right there,
No.
right there,
No, I think he's making the.
right there,
Oh, he's terrain deforming?
right there. Okay. You watch as this like ice energy begins to build on any square there is a token. To where it's like an ice like bit is crawling towards it across the ground. You don't know what's gonna happen, but It's currently like manifesting. That is going to bring it to the end of its turn, which. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to do this. Marin rolled really high, so Marin's gonna go.
No, damage, you just do something. Just Predator kills it instantly.
Predator kills.
Alright.
Alright. You hear him. Alright, let's do this again. And you're and starts cranking the crossbow.
Yeah, crank that crossbow.
If you miss a lever on the downward
so I
band.
must have lost it a while ago.
I think he's gonna miss.
I spilled one time, I bet.
You can't miss.
Somewhere.
He rolled real bad.
Aaron, you bitch.
So you watch it. You see as the two bolts fly, like two of these like very thick, heavy crossbow bolts. You see it like, but in its thrashing around, it kind of just they disappear into the midst. That's gonna bring it to the end of his turn. Actually, he's gonna move. He's seeing the ice. He's gonna yell out, "Hey, unless you want to be a kebab, don't stand near the ice." He's gonna move over here. All right, that's gonna bring it to the end of their turn. Brandon, you are up.
Wait, their turn. What about Boar?
Brandon.
Go.
Boar's at a separate initiative.
Okay.
I'm gonna move
Snipe him.
this way. One, two.
Disengage.
Yeah, does he see me or is he? Do I have to
You were out of his range. He moved out of your, well,
Oh, yeah, you're good.
he was never in your range, but he moved out of his range for you. So you couldn't have gotten an attack of opportunity, but you're not in his range.
Yeah, you skipped.
I'm going to sneak attack his bitch ass and
I
shoot
did, I'm sorry, Pierce.
with a bow.
Did we forget to tell you? Initiative actually.
That's what I
goes
was like. I was like, does it
this.
start at 15 and then go back up? I was like,
No, that's just my
How
bad.
much is each square?
You go next. You go next.
You asked
Yeah,
that
so
question,
you're
it's like,
totally
why
chill.
would you
You
ask
can
that? Wait a minute.
Just feel free to remind me because I'll forget. I'm a goofus.
Nail him from behind.
Are you okay? Well, that's one way to phrase it.
Roll your attack, Brendan.
Are you using your bonus action to aim? Well, I'll say he's engaged with an enemy because he is.
Yeah, he's
Go
within
ahead.
5 feet.
No, he's not within 5 feet. Well, no, actually, he is because he's huge.
To be fair,
No, it's okay. Plus,
did Matthew go?
6. No, I didn't go. I just got raped. That's all that's happened.
9 plus 6.
15.
15 is not hit. So the first one is off, and it like lodges in the ice, but it doesn't seem to break to the skin.
Oh, you can move.
You can attack again if you'd like
No, he can't.
with bonus action.
No, he can't. He can't attack. Because that's only if he has 2 daggers. He attacked with the bow.
Which one of these do you add to your roll?
Yeah, you can take a second shot with the bow.
So if you add this
not?
to your attack.
With the bow. Oh, yeah, never mind. You're good.
That's pretty sweet.
Bonus action, 2 shots.
Ooh.
2 shots.
You guys didn't give me the health potion.
No, can we say I gave him a health potion? We had 2. Yeah, you have a health potion.
We have. I'm not expecting y'all to do that outside of class.
Sorry.
Outside of class.
I still have, I think, 10 feet of movement.
Oh, yes. Okay. We'll also start the timer stuff now.
Where,
Do you have a little egg timer?
you're gonna move to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't heal me. Don't heal me. I don't need healing.
Okay.
Then don't fucking do that.
Then never mind.
You're good to move to me. I'll protect you, but I don't need healing.
I don't need your protection.
Yeah, he's gonna protect you. You big boy.
You could start. Are you good?
You could stealth behind him.
I'm going to stealth.
With your bonus action, roll a stealth check.
Yeah, you can
Against
stealth
its.
check.
Let's go with its passive perception. You have to beat 14 to be hit.
14.
14 is what you needed. You're good. You are technically hidden. Bring it to the end of their turn. We're gonna do a real quick. Ooh. Okay. So, as his quick turn, because we are gonna go fast. You watch as.
Never.
As you're sneaking, you see its attention is mixed by this. And you see Boar just sprint at it and leap in the air, two-handed with this giant great axe, and slams down into its face. He got a natural 20.
Yeah, finally.
Nice.
The dwarf guy's shit.
never go.
He's sandbagging.
I'm sorry. You guys gotta speak up, dude. I can't hear you.
We did, but you were screaming about a natural 20.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, this
what's
is
wrong?
just getting
What are we
up
mad at
real fast. Huh?
We've skipped Pierce about 4 times now.
I forgot he was the start of the initiative. All right.
I rolled a 17.
I'm sorry.
HP. This is the first time he's getting hurt.
HPV.
Pierce,
First time.
what are you going to do?
Is it to me now?
Yes, you just watch him like take the axe and slam into it.
All right. I'm going to.
Oh, shall we more just move full route?
Oh yeah. Go for it. I'm gonna move to this rock,
Okay.
and I'm going. That's within range, isn't it?
Where were you?
I was here.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
yeah, but you will provoke an attack of opportunity because you're in range with him, so you can get right there without an attack of opportunity, if you'd like.
Wait.
You're in his melee range.
Yes.
So you can get there
Okay.
without
Without provoking an attack of opportunity.
without provoking an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get to the rock, but not like upon it.
Sure. And then I want to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. And you are not 5 feet in front of it, so you're not disadvantaged. Go ahead and roll your attack, please.
That's going to be 20. Dirty 20.
That will hit. Roll damage.
I need D6. If anyone has it. Need one more, thank you.
I'm helping you, Brad.
Alrighty, that is going to be
Ooh.
18 points of damage.
Nice. Okay.
Against.
And more importantly, the next attack is advantage.
Yes,
If you'd like to describe how you do this, Pierce.
Yeah, describe it.
Describe it.
I move to a more advantageous position, and then I just raise my scythe towards him and shoot a bolt of lightning out of the front of it, striking it in the ice.
So you watch as some of the ice kind of just fragments off, and you see this like jittery energy almost like sink beneath the ice and cover its whole body for a second. It looks like it's got a little bit of like static grayish electricity hovering over its body at the moment. The next attack against it has advantage. Is that the end of your turn? You still technically have a bonus action in the rest of your movement. You don't have to use them, but you have them if you'd like.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, then we're gonna do. He's gonna pull out a longbow. We're just gonna see. You see, Gorgon pulls out this very long, thick bow, but shoots it. It does not. It misses. So he is going to.
Even with advantage?
Damn.
With advantage?
Yeah,
I guess he would have advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, because unless you want to make player ruling,
No, I'm gonna make it applies to players because that's not fun. I'm not gonna take your advantage.
It's not fun.
All right, so this is him. He's gonna move around, and he's gonna start helping the other people get ready. You see them kind of getting in position and tying up ropes. All right, so that is gonna bring it to Rust.
Okay, so I'm gonna just cough up a bit of blood since I just got owned. I'm gonna kind of like get up off of my knees and hit myself on the chest a few times and cast Lay on Hands and pump all 25 of those hit points into me before I tank damage again. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna recast Shield of Faith, so I'm gonna pray over my holy symbol and just kind of pull myself up and stagger off this way. Kind of the action is happening in the background, kind of like mustering myself up. See you guys next turn.
Okay, so
But I'm staying a bit clear of something, hype myself up on my axe.
you are now up.
All right, well, we're gonna hit him with a maul.
Go ahead and make your attacks.
It's gonna be a 19, that's a 26 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Cool. We're gonna go ahead and activate my fire rune, so he needs to make a strength saving throw.
What is the rules of that? That ability?
I'm gonna do an extra 2d6 fire damage, and he needs to make.
Does the size apply to it?
I don't believe so.
I don't know if it was like
check.
a huge creature, because he is classified as well.
Let me double check. I don't think
He
it
is
said that. but-
huge, so if it says it applies to large creatures, it will not affect him.
There is nothing about size.
Okay, so what kind of check?
Strength.
Oh, only bad roll he makes. Big sad, 11.
All right. Yep. So he is now shackled for a minute. He can make a strength saving throw at the end of each of his turns.
Can he do that as a huge creature?
Yes, I just checked.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
So you if you'd like to describe it, go ahead and roll damage as well.
Not as good as Mr. Pierce, but you know, 7, 9, 10.
Wiggle my ego.
It's gonna be 14 damage. Does it matter if any of that was fire? Now that I think about it.
It's on fire.
Yes.
So you hit it. I will describe how you do it, if you'd like.
Bring out my maul. On the edge of it, a room lights up with fire. Let's just conk him on his head.
And as you conk it, there's this moment of like, it's almost like a soundless in some ancient language, and you see right underneath it this room of fire, and these chains V up and grab its two shoulders and kind of just start to pin it. It's kind of almost like pulling the chains up, and you hear a word. It's like and you know that older creatures some of them get the ability to speak. Okay, so that is going to bring it to the end of.
No.
Is that the end of your turn? No. What is it?
No,
I'm a fighter. I have an extra attack.
I went to
Hit him with another one.
Also, I forgot. Bonus action.
What you
I
had.
turn into a large creature.
Okay.
Giant might.
Rune, you are greater sized.
I figured it might be nice to. Sorry, I didn't want to be. You're obviously clueless, but no.
Does a 17 hit.
17 misses.
I like that.
So you get this larger size and you take it, but you watch as it kind of just like, as you're swinging it down, the maw kind of grabs it for a second and lets go and throws it
Oh,
off.
I forgot to use your advantage.
Damn it.
Um,
Someone remember.
that is going to bring us.
It's gonna be you.
That is going to. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting back into the swing of the rules thing. I'm not on my game tonight. That is going to bring us to round initiative 0.
Okay.
And at initiative 0, you hear and you see like 4 spears, and they're going to try. They're going to attempt to make a group success check to restrain the creature as well. Because they didn't really count on you summoning fire.
if he's like already restrained?
I'll say if you'd like to, you can.
Yeah,
That's advantage.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I'll say they have to get 2 successes, and they will now roll 4 times instead of 3 times. Okay.
I was just always trying to get anything we could.
Double restraint.
Let's go with 14.
You've been double restrained, you knave.
Success. Failure. Success. So you watch as the 4 just spears stick into the creature, and they kind of, and they take the spears and slam them into the ground like tent stakes. And you watch as the creature now is like the back is pulled back and kind of, and you see this snapping. Also at initiative 0.
Come on, keep it restrained.
Oh, it's so close. You see all of the nodes where there are tokens. You see this large ice spike stick out of the ground, as if it would impale, but they are no longer a threat.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good thing nobody
So
fucked around and found out on that.
top of the initiative order correctly, Pierce.
All of us forgot to use his advantage of guiding both, so just
Well,
use
Set
that.
up. If it's restrained right now and it gets to my turn, I can try and cut its head off.
I'll set you up.
It won't work.
What are the rules of restraint?
I can't.
Yep. You get creature attack rolls against creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Oh, so we can have advantage on that thing. It's fine.
All right,
Oh, I forgot to.
I'm gonna roll up
Come on.
and
Pierce.
use
War Priest.
use War Priest correctly to make 2 melee attacks. With my side. Yeah!
First one's what I'm talking about.
Both of them are at advantage. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, you get advantage, boy.
I get advantage on both of them?
Yeah, what,
Yep.
what damage dice is his
He's
side?
restrained.
He knows.
That's
I love it.
You mean like chance to hit?
No, what is your damage dice on your side?
2d6.
Nice, cool.
Oh,
So it's great.
As while he's rolling dice,
Yeah,
as credit,
basically.
the one thing that you do notice is a little bit disconcerting, or a little bit counterintuitive.
So it'd be 18.
It seems the fire is on it. It's actually like drifting and like a vacuum going down its mouth.
Ooh, nice.
And
That's
you
gonna
remember
be
that he said he actually feeds on fire.
24. So it's gonna be a 24 and an 18.
Both hit because its armor class is 18.
4d6 plus. It's a strength weapon. What's
Yeah.
the dex?
I think it's a strength weapon.
Yeah, so it's 4d6 plus 4.
Shit. Per attack.
No,
oh, no,
no,
for,
no,
sorry.
for both.
For both.
Come on, you can do this when I leave the metal dice. Okay. I think Brandon's up there after this, right?
Ooh, okay. That's gonna be 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Total? Okay, so if you'd like to describe it.
Hack off his leg.
Wait. Nathaniel,
Yes.
your second attack missed, right?
Yes.
But the first one was 16 damage. Okay.
Yes.
So 12 plus 6.
Whoops. Sorry. Oh my god.
A little bit rusty.
Look at you. Got his D6 ready to go.
I needed it.
Did you describe it? Or would you like me to? I can't.
I was gonna switch to my crossbow.
As he's restrained by all the guys with the ropes and the spears.
Kind of holding its belly exposed.
Yeah, so I roll up to its weak point, and just with 2 exact swipes, I swipe once and then back across with a scythe.
And just you watch as this like ice, just like it's like you split it open and there's ice underneath. But it's the kind of there's the creature's blood, but it just makes these 2 like purplish blood gash marks on its side.
Yeah. And then I'd like to use my movement to return to will he get an attack? Is his restrained? Does it get an attack of opportunity?
He can. It is at disadvantage, but
Okay.
he can get an attack of opportunity.
What do you think? Should I move back or just stay close to him?
There's a good chance he misses.
I just didn't want to get. I just didn't.
May get slapped hard. I'm gonna be honest.
I'll stay in front of him.
Okay, you stay in front. It is now
This way.
If someone is at the
his turn.
if they don't know you're there,
Well,
or you're shipping
his
them or
turn.
fighting someone else, or like
he takes another 3 fire damage.
3 fire damage.
in this case, he's on the ground pinned, so you can just run up with your
Yeah.
tomahawk him.
I was going to
Go.
run around the side and then hit him in the part. that
Okay,
knocked
so
out.
it is now.
Oh, okay.
It is now Frosty's turn.
Oh dear.
He is gonna go. So his attacks are at disadvantage.
You could try and break
I'm
out.
standing right in front of him. Give it his check.
Does he break out or does he?
He is going to. He's gonna make a bite attack against you. I know it is at disadvantage, but he is going to try because it's not a he attempts to break out. It is he at the end of his turn, right?
At the end of your turn, he gets to try.
So I will. Very glad for that disadvantage. That's a natural 20. 19?
That does
What?
it.
19. Okay. So you're gonna take for the bite, which
Wow, rolls.
is
Can I see that?
1d8 plus.
Stone's endurance.
Yep.
I may or may not have pulled all the d6s out for Brent.
Well, it's a D20, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
9 points of piercing damage.
You doing okay?
And can I have the dice tray? I lost my d10. Like you.
Are you asking me?
No,
I
I'm.
have resistance to cold. That's good.
So 6 points, so reduced to 3.
3. So 9 plus 3 is 12.
12 points of damage.
What's going stone? That's a 9 plus 3, which is 12.
So
I take no damage.
Just spit in his face. Yeah.
Okay. So he is going to. I will say this will be a fun flavor. He's going to use one of his attacks on the tribesman at disadvantage. Man, rolled 2 natural 20s, but he got ruined by the disadvantage. That is still going to hit. So he's going to take, if he exceeds 11, that is going to be 9 points of damage. So he's weak. So actually, he'll just take 2. So that's 3. Second one misses. So you watch as he kind of just like pulls one of the tribesmen by the rope and kind of will have and like gets smacked in the air. But he does get actually smacked just light enough to where he still lands on the ground. He's okay. He didn't meet the damage threshold that instant kill him. He's like,
We're almost got Attack on Titan whip. Just
so I guess that was 3. That was 3 attacks. So he's going to use the other 2. Well, he's going to make an intelligence check. And see... No, he doesn't know that you're doing the rune stuff. So he's going to do 2 strikes against... Actually, we'll still 1 against each of you.
What?
Disadvantage against Pierce. 11 against Ingamar. That's cocked. It's also cocked.
Keep calm.
9.
Awesome.
So both of them, you watch it kind of just, and in one swoop, like, you see them, like, lose grip on it for a second, and then, like, just begins to swipe, but both of y'all just either shields or dodge, and just get out of the way, and then the hand gets pulled back. So it is currently, it is contained, although you watch it kind of goes on the ground.
Gotta say, shout out to the NPCs. They did something useful. Oh no.
He's putting it on top.
He has that ability. Ooh. And we'll say...
I'm assuming they happen under people?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Up to 6 squares. All right. So that is going to bring it to the end of turn, but at the end of its turn...
It tries to get out.
It kind of... It will try and break out.
This thing has got to have crazy athletics.
19?
That breaks it.
So you watch as it... And you see it's like small arms, but like the body comes out of the ground more until it like is 15 feet in the air. And it looks down, and you all see something very interesting. The bright blue eyes flickered green for a second. You go...
We got to a second health bar.
But it then...
Fills all the way back up.
Then it goes back to blue. It kinda,
Do I recognize that?
roll a religion check or nature check, and then I will. It is next person.
Can I help him with that? Oh, come on.
You can make your own. Marin. There you go. Marin lands 2 attacks.
No, just 13.
Yeah. What is this? This
9,
NPC's
11.
What do you guys do? It just
It's Yosemite Sam.
So you watch. Try this one.
oh, okay.
As its body, you see like you see 2 arrows just land into its stomach.
Yeah.
That did do some damage. Brandon.
Oh, you're doing something.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna
D&D when someone describes something.
away from this. So 1, 2.
It's
Three.
so now that you've been in like 17
I want
sessions.
to.
That's why you weren't invited to D&D
I
initiative.
want to make an attack. Which side? On which side was
Gamers, whenever the new game
the
is
ice
120
part
frames a second.
stripped off, and there was a
D&D when
exposed
someone
part
describes
left?
something happening.
That was already used up when he did his attack.
I want to use sneak attack.
You are hidden, so you do get to roll with advantage because you sneaked last round.
Hurrah.
Smack him.
Come on.
No, you got it. You get to roll again because you have advantage.
Come on, you can do
Come on. So that's 14.
14 does not hit.
No!
So you take it, and
To be
you
fair,
try and shoot it.
he doesn't know you're there.
Yeah, I guess so. Does that take me out of hiding?
Yes, it does take you
Okay,
out.
I'm gonna go back.
You can re-hide.
Roll a bonus attack. So you take it, and like one of the ice spikes, it sticks through, but it was just part of the ice. You mix the actual scale part and just kind of sticks
Wait,
through.
dude, you
kinda-
gotta move because there's an icicle under you, so make sure you.
Well,
He already moved.
Oh, you already moved? Oh, sorry.
That's for the other guy that needs to move. But this like hiss just comes out of its mouth.
Alright, man.
You have to beat a 14.
To rehide?
Rehide.
Oh, okay. Come on. No, it's okay. Your stealth is.
Oh, that's +9. So
Damn.
16.
Yeah.
It's above 14. You are hidden once again.
That's a nice
So, okay, and normally you're not able to hide from a creature in plain sight, but due to the fact that it's a huge creature, you can only be facing one way at a time. So, it's a little bit weirder.
I'm behind you, bitch. Where are you going to go?
It's a 2-foot gnome.
That's true. He really is like an ant. Where am I?
So, at that point, you're gonna come in and you're gonna see Gorogon. He's gonna rush in with his spear, and he's gonna go for the legs. And he is going to do...
Did we jump the initiative again?
What?
I didn't go before Brandon again.
You just went. The scythe attack. You did the scythe attack.
I thought that was before we got back down to 0.
No. So 0 happened. They pinned him.
Remember the first
you
time
got
they
the
got
attacks, and then we're good. So he misses one, but you watch as Gorogon kind of rushes up and he takes the spear and like slams it right in like the tendon area where it needs to. Yeah. He's going to lose 5 feet of movement. As it kind of just like in the like the tendon part underneath the arm, it kind of. And that is going to bring it to the end of his turn, although he dealt a total of 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Let's get a different song. Let's make sure it's not repeating.
Good.
All right. This is
Thank you.
7, 5.
Oh, do that,
All right.
that, with that.
After the end of Gorogon's turn,
Yeah, it's cool.
Rust.
Okay, so like, correct me if I'm wrong. He's like reared up right now, right?
Yes.
All right, no more messing around. I'm gonna clutch my holy symbol in, and I believe check something real quick. And I'm going to use my vow of enmity on him. Okay. Remembering the destroyed and beaten down village. And I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna run in with my axe. And good old two-handed style, I'm gonna chop down the tree. Let's see what happens. Okay. That is gonna be a 24, I think.
That hits. It's well beyond his range, so you can go ahead and roll damage.
That first one hits, then it's gonna be another 24.
Okay, both hit. Roll damage.
I want him to know that I am there. Someone pass me
What
the
to announce
D8s.
myself?
Pass me the D8s. We will pump 2 first level smites in. Because I want him to pay attention to me and no one else. Okay.
This is such a good song. This is Dark Souls 3 DLC bosses.
He's not an aberration, undead, or fiend, right?
No, he is not.
Do they have a different piece of music for each boss in Dark Souls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, he takes 45 points of damage.
Woo! If you'd like to describe that.
So I want to like put the shield back and I just run up and like I just put my foot down and just remember how many trees I've chopped down. Fighting for, getting ready for the pace. Just the Kratos. And I always want to, the first axe, like I want to be like, just rip it out.
So as you rip it out, there's like this trail of like salamander blood that goes on the blade and makes it like a bigger blade, and you slam the ice into it with the divine energy, fueling it. You see like a perfect tree wedge.
Yeah.
The flesh just falling out.
And I moved like, so I moved like 4 squares. I'm really pissed. All right, boys, I back up.
I Back up.
5, 6. So he gets an attack of opportunity. He will take it.
All right, if you all want to run now, you can.
Can we?
Oh no.
He rolled real low.
Okay.
So about a 10. So as
He misses,
as you
yeah.
back up, just a jaw clamp in front of you. Okay. Angmar, you're okay.
All right. You can move away now for safely.
Yes.
Come on.
I haven't taken any damage, so.
Loki.
Well, I've taken 3 damage. Alright, let's go to hit him.
Are we able to move right now?
Well, you could always move, but he can't swipe it since you're gonna go.
But it's not. Can I move when it's not my turn?
No.
Okay, so dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, yeah.
15.
15
Points of
damage?
damage.
Okay. Okay. That's not the right number. That's the right.
Time to do the second. Oh no. That one doesn't hit. Well, let's action surge. Why not?
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Might as well.
Hit him.
21 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Ooh, that was low. That's alright. 7, 9, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, so that would be.
And that one misses.
So you, as you kind of go up, you use your more trained warrior spirit. You get a cut in, and then the other one comes down, but its claws come in and block it. But you use it to stab this one landing, and you try and go for it again, but this time blocks out. But there's this very rapid transition of just your warrior skills meeting the beast. Okay.
Are you using a sword?
No, I'm using a wall.
Oh.
It didn't actually stab. It's fine.
Sorry.
You're like,
That would hurt. That would suck so bad to get stabbed by a fucking hammer. Just
Well, no. It is a smashing motion of just blasting it out of the way.
What is it?
So,
sledgehammer.
Oh. But built specifically for battle. And he's a. So I imagine.
and you notice the spots where you left it, the spots where you did, the 2 spots where you did hit, it's like a hammer on ice. Like there's the crunch marks into the 2 spots where it did smack. Queuing off of that, what's his face? Boar is going to take.
Come on, keep following the tree. Keep following the tree.
Boar's gonna hit.
Come on.
Boar deals.
Chunk it again. We'll take turns.
6. Takes that's gonna be 11 points of damage. So you watch this kind of just goes up and slams it into his back, and then just grabs it and pulls a sheet of ice off of the back. Just and that's gonna bring it to the end of their turn, which okay, this is very scenic. The tribal warriors are at initiative 0. So noticing how at this moment you can see it's moving real slow. Okay. So at this moment you see as it's moving real slow, the warriors quickly shift gear and just quickly go up and take their spears and just begin stabbing, and this like almost like a frilled neck sound that's coming out of it. So just give me just a second.
Huh?
A nuke?
Not really. I do not have a nuke.
Dawn that hoe.
I don't have like a big finisher.
You watch as they're doing it. There's this moment of where it's like the creature actually just it's kind of just and you see the creature's like eyes like begin to fade and it's going back, and then Brandon, the chief, Pierce, and Brahm see this. The rest of you all do not from the front. You watch out of the back of the head. You see an ethereal figure fall out for a second. What? You see this like very
he's Attack on
tribal well, you see this very shaman-esque figure. Like,
But he's in the back of his head.
But not physically. But like remember Doctor Strange when he pushes him like the you see this like shaman-esque figure. And you hear like some words in a language that you do not understand. And you see, watch as it leashes back in, and you from the front now see the eyes, the blue goes away, and a green now just pops into the eye color instead of blue. And you watch it kind of and begins to like twist its body. And you watch as it's twisting, the ice covering that was slowing it down breaks off, and you see now just the exposed, it's not armored, but it's an exposed flesh. And you hear Marin, well, here's the frenzy part. What? And you see kind of, and you watch now as its head just starts moving rapidly and erratic. We're going to go to the second phase. All right,
Here we go.
top of the turn.
So is it being controlled by
You don't know. You don't know.
It was ethereal though, so it's not like you can just. Because I would totally be like, Brandon, run to the top of it.
Pierce, you watch as now it's like elongated form now shed its ice covering is now just frantically moving around with a different, it's almost like it's thinking differently. It's your turn.
I'm gonna call out, Hembrick, you see that?
Yeah.
I think this monster might be being piloted by something else. I'm going to step off my magic spot, and I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And I'm going to designate my party members and the hunting party as not being affected by it.
What do your spirit guardians take the form of?
Everyone except for him. What do you say?
What does the form of your spirit guardians take?
Yeah, it's
they're like
fairies. What are they
little.
like?
They're little creatures, but you can choose their appearance.
Dragons with crosses. Sorry.
It's difficult.
Wasps. Just go wasps.
Wasps.
Yeah, the edgiest thing. Wasps.
Well, it says they can appear like fey or fiendish.
Wasps.
I'm trying to think. What would go with like flavor?
I can, if you'd like. I know one. Ravens.
Okay.
So you summon the spell, and you see, like, just kind of like as you're swooping the side, it's like a raven calling, and you see a bunch of ravens just fly out from behind you and start attacking. It's at the start of its turn.
Huh?
It's at the start of its turn, right?
Yes, it is when a creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there.
Okay, so it'll take damage at the start of its turn. Which is at the end of your turn.
You may want to move out of range.
Wow.
So he doesn't hit you and make you lose concentration. That's the worst feeling as a spellcaster.
Well, I just
Matthew, what do you
I wanted to stay because there's only a 15-foot radius on the spell.
Oh, you've already. Oh, okay.
It's
Well, okay.
Ravens were his spirit
his
Okay,
reach
cool.
is
I just
10
figured he
feet,
was
so
figuring stuff out, so.
okay.
that'd be 15 feet away.
So can I move here?
You move there. Yes, he hasn't gotten his reaction back, so you will not suffer an attack of opportunity.
But you're still in range for that spell.
Okay, so
You can come back in.
how much damage? What is the save, Pierce?
Spell save is 15.
15. Okay. Of what?
15. Oh, wisdom.
15 wisdom. He fails, so he takes full damage.
Ooh. That's gonna be 3d8 necrotic damage. Dice me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Zach, when can you use a reaction? Just like whenever?
Something has to trigger it.
What if it like just says you can use a reaction?
It's the concept.
It doesn't say like,
Well,
I don't know.
Give me some verbiage. Give me some verbiage.
I got you, because I don't remember.
Oh, come on. Well. All right, that's going to be 7 points of damage.
Wait, never mind. Yeah, I remember.
These are D8, right?
I've read this 3 times and I missed the one line that says it.
All right. So, at the start of its turn, you watch as the ravens kind of, and as they're going across the, you see these hundreds of cuts, but you watch as the frenzied look, and you see it kind of like the green eyes, and you see its whole mouth, and drops over you. He's going to do a new bite.
Oh.
Morty, I picked the crows over you, Morty.
28 to hit.
That's gonna just barely hit.
I need some D12s.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're about to take damage.
Can I have some D12? Matthew, that's your turn.
Sorry.
I need D12s.
I'm gonna say 20 damage.
Maybe. If he's elected.
How many is it? Yes. You've got 3d12 coming your way, so.
Who's going to cure your wounded ass?
I think you're next round.
Right.
What?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna tame the beast. Wait, no. Leap off the back of the guy with the axe. Leap off that.
You take a total of 33 points of piercing damage as it just bites arm around your waist and like crunches in. It is incredibly painful. I'm gonna need you to actually no. You are grappled and restrained in its mouth as it kind of bites down on you. Restrained, it kind of.
What'd you take? 33.
He kind of, and you watch it picks up and kind of, and you see this frenzied look as Ingemar's legs are sticking out of its mouth.
Oh, God. Alright.
Dang, there was no save for that?
No, it is due to the size of the creature and everything at the stat block. I actually did not homebrew that
only
roll.
one
I
size
summoned
smaller than
ravens, damn it.
No, you're.
Wait, what is
like,
actually?
not like, he's like.
I forgot.
Because I'm large.
You're large?
You became more large.
No, okay, it is not grappled because it says if it's medium or smaller. Okay, cool. That's alright, I forgot your side. So as it's like picking you up, you kinda force yourself actually out of it and you land on the ground with maul in hand as it kinda, and then it is going to turn around. Rust.
Die.
Is it not restrained anymore?
What? The creature?
No, I broke out of that a while ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I broke out of that a while ago.
Oh, I somehow missed it. Well, I knew he broke out of the fire. I didn't realize he broke out of the ropes.
Matthew, I'm gonna need you to tell me which.
Oh yeah.
The ropes went down when, wait for it, they dropped the guard to stab him, which was actually enough to finish off the first phase.
So they just let go of it. I didn't realize that
They
they let go.
thought he was about to
Well,
die.
he shed his icy armor, right? He started
Yeah.
writhing around.
So he's easier to hit. Matthew, I need you to tell me which square you're in. You're in 4.
Sorry. Wait, I'm in 4? No, I'm in this one right here.
Okay. So,
Like I'm forward. Right there.
well, unfortunately,
Well, actually, no,
there's
right there.
no. You're right there?
I'm right there because.
All right. He's gonna turn around and smack you with the tail.
Okay.
So tail. You watch as kind of the body, as is kind of
His
the body.
offensive way.
The body comes out of the ground a little more and
He goes.
and like lands on the ground and like a snake is going to try and smack you with pure blunt force. Matthew, 14.
That's gonna miss.
Chunk. So you take it, you like put the shield and it pushes you like back. It does not hit.
Can I just stop myself by throwing my axe into the ground?
You can do that. Plus 10 to hit. I was so sad. So that is going to be the end of. That is the end of its turn.
Nice try, Kevron.
Thank you.
Cocked. Both hit. You watch as you're like going back, you see 2 like bolts once again land into its side from Monsieur Marin, who's going to rush over and attempt to look into the hole. He's not going to quite get there. He's going to take a tip.
It's already bleeding. We're not even done yet, bitch.
7.
Fuck that guy.
13.
Crows!
Attack!
Literally, set up the monkeys.
Wait, can I flying?
All right.
Wait.
Here's Sid go. He was the
No,
first one.
I was confused. I thought it was spell activated at the end of the turn, but it does at the beginning.
It does at the beginning of the turn.
Okay, after Marin shoots twice again, once again, so like starts loading in more bolts, like, ow, gee, and just starts continuing to load it. Brandon, you are up.
Okay, so big axe dude is right in front of me. That's 5 feet of my movement.
Okay.
Can I leap on top of his back, use him as a springboard?
You can climb up, but he is 8 feet tall, and you, a 2-foot creature, cannot make an 8-foot standing jump.
Oh, but can't I?
So, moving over here, can that just be like 8 feet of movement if I just like get on top of him? If I
It's 5 feet.
get on top of him and start
Sure, yeah, I'll say you can climb up.
riding up.
Yeah, he has to climb some equal to his movement.
Okay, so I'll say you can definitely climb up. It's fairly easy. For some reason, the lats are too big. They shouldn't be that big. It's easy to grapple onto. So
I want to leap onto
8-foot tall people
the
all the
salamander.
time.
you want to climb on him?
Yeah, I want to leap on, but as I'm leaping on, like my hatchet and my thing, I would like
Ice pick his way.
with one bonus action, another attack.
Okay, roll your attacks.
To like
Are you
sink
gonna?
my-
Okay, bonus. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
To sink myself deep inside the
Oh my god.
giant salamander.
Okay, this is not the scrying vision on Odin. So
Yeah.
there needs to be no like.
My next D&D character is Ivan the Iron Cock, and he only attacks with his penis.
18. Yes,
18 hits. Go ahead and roll
Flurry
damage.
of Sharust.
1d6, boy.
You also
Plus
get sneak-
3.
you also get sneak attack.
Did I say?
No, because he's next to 5 feet.
And that counts as
Yes.
sneak attack.
Yeah, that
Oh, okay.
you just get
So, but you get sneak attack on one of those, not on one.
8
plus.
plus 16, 17. So 17 on that first attack.
Okay, tell me what is in total with the second.
The next one is just the dagger, so. It doesn't add anything.
1d4 plus 3, that's
No,
7.
it doesn't add anything because it's the offhand attack.
Oh, okay. So I can either choose what I don't get. But 4. What did I roll? I rolled 1.
So 18 damage.
18 damage. Yes.
So that's.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Sorry, that the second attack you make with your bonus action, you don't get to add your dex.
Okay,
It's
so
kind of like, an offhand
you
thing.
jump on and kind of slam, but the first one went into one of its previous wounds that kind of just like pull your axe out, and in that moment also.
Can he like hang there?
You want to?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a dexterity check. Acrobatics. You can do this.
Yeah, boy.
You fall off like a little bit. You hit your rump on the way down.
It's a 6.
Why can't come for shit?
It's a 6.
Plus
6 is total. I rolled a 30.
acrobatics. Acrobatics.
I'm not proficient in acrobatics.
Oh yeah, you're not.
So
6. So as you kind of, it's really cool for a second, but one of like the turnarounds as kind of just, it will throw
Where does he
you.
fly?
Unfortunately, you're gonna land prone right there. Land in the snow.
Compadre!
All right, so Brandon, is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
All right, so
Run.
Forward. Down. We're getting too old.
These kids will never know.
9. Okay. Well, 9 is 2 attacks.
Yeah, you got away. Yeah.
6. 15. 15.
I'm away. Away.
It's gonna mess you up.
Somebody hell the ravens.
So you watch this, the chieftain
I'm
comes
just
up.
playing Green Day in the background.
Some things. If you watch as Gorgon comes up and takes pretty much like just continual spear ramps into this one spot that keeps getting deeper and deeper. Okay, so Gorgon, Rust.
Oh, it's me again? Okay. Does he look like he's focused on me again?
He looks like it looks frantic. You can't really tell a focus. It is probably going to be determined at the start of his turn.
When does his turn go?
He went.
Oh wait, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's okay. All right, I'm gonna run up. I still got Vow of Enmity.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna pull out my shield this time because I want to hold my shield because I don't want to get with whatever the fuck you got hit with. First attack. Okay, that's gonna be a healthy.
13.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, 23.
That'll hit.
All right.
Second
I'm doing great.
is gonna be
that's
a
so
natural
good.
20. Okay, so that first one, here we go. It's gonna be just a nice, chunky D8. 13 points of damage.
Okay. 13.
Okay.
Just total it all up, please. Since
Okay.
you're about to natural 20, I'm assuming you're gonna smite on that.
Oh, of course I most certainly am.
Nah.
You get an extra damage dice.
What?
You get an extra damage dice.
Yes,
on
brutal critical.
Okay. I need D8s.
Oh yeah, because you ordered.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Holy. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait, no, that's not near enough. I have 3, 5, 2, that. Sorry. Witches.
That's the shamanesque figure you saw coming out of it.
Witches.
Takes 41 points of damage.
Plus the first and 2 attacks?
Yeah, no, added up total.
41.
He takes 41 points of damage. So I'd like to, yeah, I crit. So I'd like that
Wait, you
first
said 41, right?
Yeah, I said 41.
Holy hell.
That first one, I just like want to take like a nice swing and like, is his face like right next to me?
It just kind of whips around to you as it.
Can I like right as he like his face gets close to me, just and just like slap him right in between the nose.
Like the riposte move, kind of.
Yeah, I
just watches it like a snake almost, it like slams backward. Just into the air. That
Now I
is
have it.
fantastic. Not for him.
And I'm gonna step back. Wait,
Are you?
no. Are you? No, I'm not. No.
Are you
no.
sure?
No, I'm not gonna step back.
Okay.
I realize.
Ingemar, it's now your turn.
Alright, let's do a terror. Let's see what I get. Okay.
There's no one's near him.
Homie.
23 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
He's back.
15 points of damage.
Okay.
Let's do the second one. It's gonna be a natural 1. Wait, never mind. That's a 7.
He's about
Plus?
to go.
Oh, 14. It
The
missed.
monster?
No.
What?
Does
Oh,
not.
goodness, you're
Shed
right.
his
was hoping
armor.
to get at
Numbers
least
are
2
important.
rounds out
Roll
of that.
damage.
Spirit Guardian
14.
is
All
gonna
right,
see.
let's do this.
Oh, I
Pretty much he lost. I'll save it for the Tox Machina.
What?
You lost at least 4 HP. Hold up. I can't math. 14.
How would you like to do this?
What?
Alright.
That quick?
No! Don't that quick me, Mr. Crit as a paladin takes 4 fighters' turns worth of damage in a single blow. Don't go me that
Did you do
quick.
2 40 attack damage, like 40 damage turns in a row?
Wait.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
I
You're
just
not
realized something terrible.
What?
I got so wrapped up in how many dice it was.
Okay.
I forgot to double. No, it's chill. It's chill. I just realized.
Oh, you fool!
I'm so.
You just.
Okay. As that would have brought it to, I would say this, as that would have brought it to a total of 81.
No, he gets it.
as a total of 81, I'll give you all the option to share the how do you want to do this, if you would both like to.
Can I can it get stuck on my axe and it's just and it just kind of be stuck there for a second?
If you want, the riposte move can send it into a double riposte where it...
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually what I was gonna suggest. Yeah.
You watch adios.
You watch as it kind of... and the head flies back simultaneous as the large Jotun twice around.
I don't know what that means.
Just slams into its head, the body... You hear and you watch as it falls down, and you see Boar and just do a barrel roll out of the way as it slams into the ground, and you watch as the light from its eyes fades, and you see this greenish energy kind of like just leak out of its face for a second, and you see like the leaves on the ground kind of pull up and begin taking form into a humanoid leg, and you watch as the leaves and this energy continually saps out of its eyes until you see a figure lying at the head of the creature.
What?
You look and you see this very pale individual with this very interesting, like, dotted pattern tattooed face all over the face with this shaman-esque hat and this very druidic robes holding a staff.
Is he like alive?
And just turns and starts running.
I take one of, I have a hammer.
Unfortunately, that you hear continuing the initiative order, and you watch as Boar takes his double-bladed battle axe and you see it throws it, and you hear and you see one of the legs fly out as one guy falls on the ground, and you watch interrogate him. You watch Boar kind of like step over to him. Liv kind of lifts him up and starts dragging him. It's funny, as Boar's walking, he's carrying him at his waist and he's not hitting the ground. Just walks over and throws it in the middle of all of y'all standing there as this like humanoid figure is just
Can I? Oh, I want to kneel down next to him, take out my bow, like the final shot of the Avengers, and be like, bam, like Hawkeye. That's cool. Cool.
It is cool.
Got him.
You're just as cool as Hawkeye.
Justice.
Now, this is typical motherfucker.
And you see kind of the Jotun hunters come up, and they're not angry. They're just confused, and they're like,
What does he look like?
He described him.
No, I mean like, does he look like anything I know? I'm sorry, stupid way to phrase that.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, I'll still roll an insight check.
Are you okay to keep going for a couple more minutes?
Yeah. Of course. Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
So that would be a 23.
You look at him.
24.
You look at him, and it's kind of this. He's looking around. He looks very druidic.
Okay.
But the point of, and you even have heard tales. You've heard tales of Praetorian druids and their very, very high levels of eccentricities. You even have heard of the history of Phobian druids before the collision. This one seems like you just gain the general vibe of the social outcast to the point of a tinge, maybe of insanity, from like isolation on some point, but not isolation from people, isolation from the all social norms. And it's kind of there's this very it feels like it's like talking to an old, like someone from like Far Cry 5, like just a primal person.
Okay.
Would be like Far Cry Prime.
Can I?
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Can I tell what, like, how he was controlling it?
You have no idea what's going on. You've not heard of. I mean, what's your background again?
Like,
the character's background. What's the name of it?
Acolyte.
Acolyte. So there's a couple different areas of magic. Druidic magic is not really
one I'm familiar with.
No, druidic magic is of a more natural essence. You don't really know how it works, so you don't really. This is not your area of expertise.
You can't do anything to me. You can't do anything to me. I'm going to the earth. I'm going into the earth. I'm part of the earth. We will bring the whole back with us. We'll give the world back. Come on, we'll give it back. You can't do anything with me. You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything.
Any of you guys know what he's talking about?
No idea.
I don't know why I'm even looking at you.
Well, do we just pull out of his misery at this point? I don't.
I put a knife to. Who do you work for? Who do you fucking work for?
Kind of like bears his teeth at you. These like molasses brown.
I stick my knife. I slice one of his nostrils.
Oh,
Who do you fucking work for?
Something tells me the little one's done this before.
Roll an intimidation
There's
check.
someone that's like,
We'll see. Actually, roll with advantage. Because you know the meme of the black guy surrounding the white woman on the couch. This is very much.
He's about to get banged.
yeah, forget the fact that he's surrounded. It's
Yes, and the slitting of the nostrils.
So that's
He's got new.
what is charisma technically? Oh yeah,
Come on,
you're right.
dog.
So that was 10 plus at advantage. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't fucking matter at all. Oh yeah, we're gonna take that 10 actually. 10 about it's 9.
9?
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of just looks up at you, and there's this like it's almost like it's almost like looking in the eyes of a wild animal. Like the threat would come off to someone who was like maybe able to comprehend threats. You don't know, but it kind of looks at you.
Someone else want to use this drum?
Oh, I drag him over to that guy. I'm like, you see this guy right here? He's gonna fuck you up.
all right.
God! He's gonna run you.
Embrick, I think he's had enough.
I knee him in the face.
Oh my god! I restrain Embrick physically with my I pick him up and hold him by the scruff of his neck. What's
What is the... I think rich people have dogs like that.
What is the name of the chief?
His name is Gorgon.
Gorgon. You know what we're looking at here? You ever seen anything like this guy before?
Are you holding up?
Embrick, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll hold up the druid a bit. He's lighter now. He only has one leg.
I'm just holding Embrick back away from this guy.
Get the fuck off me! I want to like break loose. I'm fine. God.
Not that I've seen him before. Not that I've seen his like. He looks like he's around in the worlds. They come in all shapes and sizes. You think you're so high and mighty? You think you're so high in your house?
Can I?
Your
Do I recognize the tattoos? That's good. At all?
I'll have you make a.
I was trying to intimidate, but I don't think anything's gonna work on him. I don't have like I only have like a pseudo
make a
spell.
make a history check.
Alright. Oh lordy lord.
Turn Konnichiwa for a second.
Ooh, 19.
19. you kind of take a look at it and kind of like just in your like after you're kind of take a look at it. You recognize what it is. You can't tell what it says, but it's druidic speech. That's
Over his
across-
brow?
Over his like face.
Thank you, boy.
He's got druidic speech on his face.
I don't have it.
It's a crit.
What about those stones you have? Nothing?
Those are runes.
Two? Huh?
They just
Brother, mi amigo. Tu tiempo es finito. What? What?
Oh! Right across the head.
The head falls off.
Well,
sorry. Don't even look at it. I mean, I guess I would call it magic, but technically it's more like giant stuff. You don't.
Yeah, there's some
yeah, I know what you mean.
I assume. Yeah, spit on giant stuff.
Spit on him. You watch all of the other ones.
Well, hope that guy wasn't important.
And they all kind of like raise their spears and like, "Ugh," and they all just like, whoa, they all start, they celebrate a little bit, and then you see the chieftain.
We're gonna roast this thing on a spit or what?
Can I like? I'm gonna make my way to the hole, but before, can I just high five
Everyone.
No, him Marsh.
And you hear him
top
start
gun.
talking. You see all the Jotun get their hand axes and start chopping down trees. We're gonna eat.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Over the next course of a couple hours, they do not eat it. They do not build a bonfire. What they do take is, even though it's charred, they can find enough good logs. They make what can best be described as a sled, and they start like tremors trying to pull it out, and eventually they do get the creature out. It is roughly 64 foot in length.
Goodness.
So they get it out, and you see a couple of them like open packs. They have them take these like these large, like wide iron wheels, and they make this sort of carriage, and they start segmenting the meat and start loading it up because winter is coming.
Damn efficient blokes, aren't they?
Winter is coming. They are a hunting party. Although you do see Gorgon. You do see Gorgon over at the front with a hand axe just.
What the hell was that? Oh, he's taking the teeth. Yeah, he's going with the teeth.
And after like a few minutes, he holds up like a bag that's like this thick, like.
Oh God.
Kind of turns to you all.
Well, very much to say. I mean, why think you would have given me a run for my money?
Tell you what. This the giant hole. There's a giant hole right here. No.
Yeah. Looks like it only goes about 15 feet deep.
Oh. What? Is there anything in it?
You look in. It doesn't look to me there's any loot. It appears to have been its like temporary nesting area to like recuperate its wounds. But he turns to you and says,
What is this, sir? You have curried mighty favor with the son of one of the chiefs of the Sadak tribe. If you should ever need my assistance, please find me. We have warriors, craftsmen, smiths, healers. Feel free to call us up. No, we have place to stay. I don't think so at this point. Yes, no. No.
I think we're back on the road, right? We can get back to whatever the hell we were doing earlier.
And what's his name one more time?
Gorgon.
Yeah. It was good hunting with you, Gorgon. Hopefully we'll cross paths again.
We should be about a day's travel outside of the mist. That's usually probably where our village was set up for about maybe until the start of winter. We'll find a better place then. Very well. Good luck to you. May the giants guide you. Stay safe out there.
And you watch the horses like slowly begin pulling the.
Can we get right back to where we were, though?
Well, to be truthful, you'll probably run into our tribe before you get back to where you were. They were following us. You can come with us if you'd like. I'm sure the chief will be happy to meet the people who helped give us food for the first month of winter.
Yes, I think if you don't mind, we'll at least journey through the mist again with you.
You all want to check out what was in that burned down town?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Packs his bag.
Speaking of which, where are you all off to?
What's
None of your goddamn.
What is the name? What is the name of the town we were going to that was next
Don't
to...
tell him.
No, he's asking the DM.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Seigenheimers Steeple.
Seigenheimers Steeple. Okay.
Okay, we had.
Well, where are you going?
We don't really know.
Don, we're going the opposite.
Can I kind of like whisper to Boar? Hey, here's my number. If you want to... If you ever feel like ditching chicken legs over here, you'd make a fine addition to our hunting party.
Oh shit, poaching.
You watch it kind of chuckle.
Unfortunately, if you go in with the chicken leg analogy, I've grown rather fond of that cock. I have to watch it.
Well, fair enough.
He's old.
And then as we're going our separate ways and journeying away, I turn back to Boar and Marin, and I want to cast silence on Marin one more time.
Silence is a cone. Or command.
I'll command quiet.
Quiet. Wait, if you have silence, that'd be so dope.
I have silence, but it would affect both of them.
He kind of looks at you and kind of.
Alright, you slay dog. When I see you around the bend.
Get the fuck out of here.
Did it not work?
Fucking go. Holy shit. Oh, who likes you? Oh, you got all the loot.
He kind of looks at you. He kind of looks at you. Can I pat him, Greg?
I'll just pat him.
I wasn't speaking that in game.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nobody likes you.
Probably the get the fuck out of here part. That was probably.
Yeah.
Alright, well, holy see you around the bend, you guys.
Damn, can I cast silence? I really wanted to have a party.
Unfortunately, you can, but at this point, as they're walking away, neither of them
Yeah.
speak.
Don't worry, we'll see them again. I can feel it.
So with that, the party begins to travel back, but just as you start turning back, there's a massive explosion above it. And then you turn around and you see a small figure.
It was all my fireball. The ice, it's melting.
Is that where you've been this whole time?
Silence.
Fire. It's one giant fireball.
Oh, and I go pick up our unconscious friend.
Which one?
Yes.
The soldier.
Oh, you get to carry him now.
Yeah, is he awake yet?
I'll say no, but you do go over to him, and he is pale and cold, which means he's probably getting a fever. So,
Oh, come on! We got three healers in the party.
Hold on. You are indeed taking him to walking with people to a place that has actual healers. So,
Actual healers?
what? You're
As a medical professional.
Were we not fighting on the...
Hold on. And hold it for a second. And then as the party journeys back out of the tips of the Chaos Reach Forest towards whatever the nomadic place of the Sardak tribe, we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you all for playing.
He said, do we get some of the meat at least?
No, you do not get physical loot, but guess what? You all level up. Very much level up.
Suck it, Blaine. Still at level 5.
2-6. You are leveling up to 6.
Yeah.
So you get.
So not to 10.
Wait, no. You're level 5 right now.
He didn't fight the giant lizard.
Oh no, you're getting. Where's the player's handbook? Oh,
I don't
can you
know.
get player's handbook? Neither of us can. So that's very.
By the way,
You are not going
slightly faster.
You are not going to level 6.
Oh,
What?
going to level 4. We de-level after.
You sucked so much ass.
So, here's. If you want, all the cards have like a player's handbook reference as to where they are in page number. So it might be faster than like you trying to use your phone. So like if you pick up this, it's like. It only has that if the entire spell isn't printed.
Yeah.
So either the entire spell is here or it's.
Yeah, it's just I have some spells that we didn't have the cards for. I was gonna order another cleric spell deck because I think there's just some.
We'll say you all level up 2 levels. This time you're up to level 7. We're up to level 7.
Dang, ability score improvement and extra attack.
Wait, that's the ability score improvement?
And extra attack? You mean martial arts?
Yes, I looked at level 5. I went the wrong way. I was thinking 1 to 20. So
Yeah.
extra
So you
attack
all
times
level up
1.
twice. Is anyone doing anything super crazy at this point in time, or are you just continuing to go into class?
I'm gonna continue. Do I?
What isn't multi-class level like 8 or something?
No, you can multi-class at any point.
What?
The requirements are based off of like strength,
Yeah,
dexterity,
keep
and
that
kind
keep
of
that
stuff.
rolling. So if we do something weird,
What if
then-
I multi-class rogue and ranger? Can that be done?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
totally.
both primary ability scores dexterity and wisdom, but rogue is just purely dexterity.
Do you
What's
have
your
any
wisdom
wisdom?
at?
Wisdom is my second highest stat.
Yeah, so technically you
What?
can.
Which one? 14. So you need a 13 to multi-class into it, so you can multi-class in a range.
Understand though, if you do multi-class,
Are you
your
doing
character
just
might get a little more
average health
complicated.
Increase, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do average.
So as long as you're okay with that, especially if it's like into something with a ranger.
What?
What do you get?
No, I was gonna say, can I hold off on
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, of
until,
course.
No, so you level up. You don't have to have all the stuff until next session.
Like, okay.
Wait,
I guarantee you.
Which is tomorrow.
Do you mean hold off on multi-classing till a later level up, or hold off until next game?
Hold off until. I'd probably rather do that next level up.
Okay.
Just because I'm still getting the hang of rogue.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm enjoying rogue. I'm actually taking a liking to it. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought I had.
Yeah. No.
I thought my character
We'll get out of the
paired nicely with
more ominous.
Yeah, no, it would.
ranger.
Yeah, and you get like stat bonuses too. So it would get you get like a fighting style. You get advantage on initiative rolls and a couple other fun things.
But isn't range? Ranger is like not the best class.
And we have a modified version that's been
There's
buffed.
one subclass that was doo-doo water, but the rest of them were.
But they're improved now.
They're improved now. Actually,
Which
the base one, or like the base one, the first one is great. It's called, the first one is just Hunter, and it's great. You get access to a ton of cool stuff in there.
The original Ranger they came out with was Doo-Doo Butts. And everyone was like, why is this Doo-Doo Butts? But they later released one that was, okay, we realized that was underpowered, here's the actual one.
Okay.
And they've buffed it, and we all have that. I played that for like 3 years when Zach's first came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really nice class.
All right.
Given my stats, what other classes could I multi-class into?
You do not have to multi-class.
No, I'm just taking a poll.
Fighter.
Fighter.
Druid, technically.
Doesn't fire have high dexterity?
No, you can do dexterity or strength. You can also go barbarian.
could go barbarian.
So you can go
You
barbarian,
cannot
fighter.
cast spells while raging, though.
Yeah, but he asked what could I technically multi-class.
Yeah.
I'm answering his question of like, just raw, like what could you multi-class into? Fighter, barbarian, ranger,
Wisdom classes.
yeah, well, fighter, barbarian, ranger, and
Druid. Druid.
yeah, druid. Thank you.
Those are all the wisdom-based classes.
What about strength-based?
Fighter and
Fighter and barbarian. You can do both of those.
Fighter and barbarian.
Interesting.
The paladin is charisma. Sorcerer is charisma. Warlock is charisma. Yeah.
Yeah, your charisma sucks ass.
It's not that low.
Actually, I'm pretty. No, it's 13.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he can multi-class into everything that is a wizard or artificer. You could technically do anything. Is that smart? No, but
I was just curious because I know that this is like almost exactly an inverse of Cedric. It's like low dex, high strength, low intelligence, high wisdom, and kind of mid constitution, mid charisma. So I was like,
if you really, honestly, cleric is gonna pay you dividends if you stay in it.
all right.
If you need to get out for some reason or another, like fighter is good.
You are one level away from getting a super cool melee.
Oh yeah.
One level from after this, or one
Yeah,
level.
one level after this. You'll get
What do I get?
That's
I
like
don't even know what I get.
Oh, I have a question. I didn't specify them on my sheet, but two of the abilities you get are Turn Undead, and
You get both options you can choose.
it's Turn Undead and Guided Strike.
You get both.
Are those spells or are those actions?
Those are
Those are
called,
divine.
Hold on.
Sorry,
So those are a class ability called Channel Divinity.
Yeah.
And you get one Channel Divinity until later level when you get a second Channel Divinity. Channel Divinity can be an action. It will say Channel Divinity is something you can use. It's like a resource pool,
Yeah.
a spell slot, or anything like that. And then you can use the uses to do one of the actions you have. So in your case, Turn Undead or Guided Strike. Turn Undead is an action. If I remember correctly, Guided Strike is just you say,
I use Guided Strike.
I want +10 to my roll.
Or someone else's.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's to someone else. Is it to someone else's?
Yeah, my
Check. So
understanding-
you can add just +10 to an attack roll, right?
Yeah, so if
that's
someone
not
misses,
an
you
action.
can
It just
change it.
depends on whatnot.
Aura of protection, secret oath feature. What do I what?
Get a runic shield. If somebody gets hit within 60 feet of me, I can use my reaction and force them to re-roll a d20. So if you roll a natural 20, it's just like, no.
No.
Oh.
You can only use that the
No, that's
time
funny.
of proficiency, though.
I get relentless.
Oh yeah.
So 3.
3 natural 20s. Yeah.
Oh, do you
Yeah, and then I have to do a long rest, so it's fine.
Yeah, long rest. That never happened.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so if someone runs for me, not only do I hit them,
Rune.
but I can then follow them. So they can
Oh,
never
yeah,
get away
exactly.
from me.
That entire fight, I was meaning to, when the salamander ended its turn, use another like rune reaction thing, and I forgot every single time.
There's a lot of stuff going
Which
down.
was so funny.
A lot of stuff going on. So, funny thing, y'all just took on a
That version, but
a CR9 creature and a CR
How we get CR9 and
CR8. So that second phase was always going to go quick. The thing I was telling you about was the reason, like, it was a very much an inverse. His armor class dropped 5 points. He could also deal on average 53 damage a turn. So, which is
Yeah, I felt that one.
yeah.
Oh, it hurt just a tiny bit.
Do you have a stat block for the sword I picked up?
It is not magical, but it is of value because of its.
We're low level, not everything is a stat block yet.
No, I didn't. Okay. What I meant was like damage,
It is a
value if soul.
Value of soul is pretty much you can find someone to buy it. When you get to a certain level of nicety, it's not you can just sell it to anybody. It's pretty much if you want to sell it, find someone to barter it to, whoever would want more money for it. Damage dice, it's a great sword, which means it does 2d6 plus your strength.
Okay.
So that.
Well, I know it's a platinum greatsword.
Yes, so
So I just imagine the monetary value was probably higher.
very much so. 1 platinum coin is worth 10 gold.
Yeah.
So it is very valuable, but it's kind of like find someone who is willing and both has the money to buy it.
But you don't have like an average value. Like in Skyrim, when you pick up an item, it's like this is.
You also
valued
don't know the exact weight.
410
You
gold.
don't know the exact weight yet, so you can find like a smith person, or he can see if he can get the weight on it. Then we can like figure something.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Is
figure
the
out.
recording still going?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to figure out for like flavor reasons if my character would keep it and use it, or if he would try to sell it and make money off of it, or if he would just try to throw it away.
Do y'all have fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Last.
Yeah, you can do with whatever you like with it. Let's see which one it goes to.
Tick tock glows the broken clock.
Guys, I get proficiency in 2 other things, right? At 6th level?